Wings cooked fresh, crispy, and topped with one of 22 signature sauces, including our crazy hot habanero-based wall sauce or 3 zesty rubs. We do them boneless too, but that's just the beginning. There's over 70 other delicious dishes that are not wings. Premium burgers, wraps, quesadillas, sandwiches, big entree salads, great seafood, amazing appetizers too. And lunch specials Monday through Friday from 11 a.m. till 2 p.m. And daily food and drink specials. All of this in a laid-back, non-corporate neighborhood pub that's perfect for watching the game or kicking back with friends and family. If you can't watch here, order online for pickup at to-go.wingsetc.com. Wings Etc. Grill and Pub. We're a little different and we're happy to be serving you. Good food, great times.
Visit our 12 Indianapolis area locations and find us online at wingsetc.com.
Hi, I'm Chuck Jones with Bill Esther Chevrolet, and I'm with Tony Kanaan, Indy's adopted son.
Chuck, we had some fun in May, didn't we?
Yes, we did, TK. So much so that we are doing it again this month.
What kind of deals do we got?
We have 0% interest for up to 84 months on new Chevys.
84 months, no interest? That's huge.
Also, get up to $4,000 more for your trade. We need some trades, TK.
Man, that sounds like it.
So find new roads to Bill Esther Chevrolet or online at BillEsterChevy.com. Just ask for the TK deal.
Down on the farm, we're always picking what's fresh. You can too. Come on in for Bob Evans Pick 2 combos. Half sandwich combos, soup and salad combos. Over 100 Pick 2 combos starting at just $5.99. Put your Pick 2 together for lunch and dinner. For here or to go. Soup, salad, sandwiches. It's Bob Evans Pick 2 combos.
Bob Evans, down on the farm.
Don't put up with a cranky old water heater. Time to get a new one and get happy. I'm Corey Kreitzberger, General Manager of Benjamin Franklin Plumbing. Replace your water heater with us and enjoy 24/7 service, local, licensed plumbers, and 100% satisfaction guaranteed. Plus, we'll give you a free 10-year warranty upgrade. That'll make you happy.
Go with the flow, the local pros call Benjamin Franklin Plumbing.
Terms, conditions, and tax may apply. License CP 101-00018.
I had prostate cancer.
A PSA may have saved his life.
Ask your doctor about preventive screenings. Community Health Network. Exceptional care, simply delivered.
Summer's here. Book a midweek staycation today. Four Winds Lakeside Inn and Marina. 3 nights, $249. Book online, fourwindslakeside.com or call 812-824-BOAT.
The Ride with JMV.
It's Jim Pearman. Now talk to him, damn it.
FM 107.5 and 1070 The Fan.
All right, welcome back. Rakestraw, top of the hour. Bonzi Wells, a part of the Big Three. Bankers Life Fieldhouse coming up this weekend. Bonzi's going to join us at 5. All right, Ricky Rubio stats, Kyle, this past year in Utah. Read as follows.
He averaged 12.7 points a game, six assists a game. Shot 40% from the field and 31% from three.
How's that compared to Collison's numbers? I think Collison, by the way, is going to end up with the Lakers. That's just a guess, but go ahead.
Collison last year averaged 11 points a game, 6 assists, so that's pretty similar. 46% from the field and 41% from three.
And then the year before, that was well known, the year before, he led the league in three-point shooting. Yeah, the reason why we bring this up is a dude from the Ringer had tabbed Ricky Rubio as a top. It's A, not the. So I guess we can all breathe a sigh of relief that says A and not the. But A, top free agent target for the Pacers. No. I mean, unless everybody over there knows something far and away what we don't know. I mean, if it's going to be, if you're looking at this year like Vic's not going to get back and Vic's not going to be good and you're not going to be as good as what everybody's going to sit around and think. You're going to trade up and get number 4. This is just hypothetical here. Maybe that's it. I mean, maybe this guy's just completely full of crap, which I would probably guess is part of it. But sometimes these guys are plugged in. I don't know who this guy is, really. I don't know if Kevin O'Connor's plugged in for nothing. I'll be honest with you. I don't even want to hear the story. I don't even want to hear it. I don't want to hear why I just don't. Hey, JMV, it takes a special kind of stupid to turn down $25 million a year, especially when you're not worth $25 a year. It takes the same special kind of stupid to have Ricky Rubio as a top prospect in free agency. I'm just, no. I don't think he can guard you either. There's another problem. Everything else seems great. JMV, I'm a lifelong Astros fan. My friend, a lifelong Reds fan. First time we got to watch them battle yesterday. Both got to bring the wife and the kids. Your gross Reds ruined it 3-2 last night. I thought Amir was going to try to give that thing away a little bit, but he didn't. And they walked. The walk is the worst thing in Major League Baseball. I mean, just go ahead and just do yourself in. But now the Reds got it done against the Astros last night. See, what you may not be old enough to remember, hopefully you are, but back in the day of the National League West, we had some spectacular matchups between the Reds and the Astros. And when you think about it, I mean, you had so many different rivalries. That was a solid rivalry. The Reds and the Dodgers, definitely a rivalry. Dodgers and the Giants, a rivalry. And then at the time you had the Braves, who just kind of sucked and were on the Superstation and nobody paid attention. And the Padres kind of sucked except for 1984. Nobody really paid attention except they had uniforms that looked like mustard and turd, which I love, by the way. I think they should bring back mustard and turd right away. Hey, JMV, if it comes down to Ricky Rubio for multiple years or Aaron Holiday and Corey Joseph for a year, I'd take the latter. Let me be clear, and I have nothing against Ricky Rubio at all as long as he's on somebody else's team. I don't want Ricky Rubio here. And I don't think he's going to tear anybody down or anything like that. But it's just, I wouldn't get that for nothing. Not anything. And you can say, well, you just don't know because you've never been in a locker room or you never played or you never sucked doing everything or whatever. But that you're going to have to convince me why in the world anybody would want to look at that with what is necessary and how we watched this team perform last year. Why is that necessary? My God, you need somebody to score. And I know it's not easy. Need somebody to score. See, I act like I'm kind of getting mad, and I'm not getting mad because this is only a rumor, so I'm not going to get mad at anybody. But no. I hate to even justify it by talking about it. It's like anything not Lonzo Ball, but anything LeVar Ball. You just kind of justify it by talking about it. That's all you got to do. $239-1070. Josh, thanks for joining us. How are you?
I'm doing all right today. How you doing?
Great. Go ahead.
I think you might be jumping the thing. I mean, you see the success that Donovan Mitchell had alongside with him in Utah. Wouldn't we want that kind of see if that would vibe for?
No, if you were sending Donovan Mitchell here, I'd be giddy. But no, no.
But I mean, you see the success that he had alongside a prolific scorer, an athletic type. I mean, obviously, we're going to have to wait till Oladipo gets back. But once he comes back, if he's back to where he's supposed to be, that could be that 1-2 punch.
Hey, Josh, I want you to stay right there for a second. I want to remind everybody out there that we are just commenting on a rumor, which could be just a complete waste of time. But I do want you to continue. I just want to make sure everybody out there is aware that we're basically commenting on a rumor. But go ahead.
I actually just got the Bleacher Report notification. I said, I wonder if JMV's talking about it.
Oh, yeah. Well, I about threw up in the wastebasket right here next to me. I don't dislike the guy either. I like watching Utah play, but you'd have to really sell me at great length how that dude would help this team moving forward. You would. He can't guard anybody. He doesn't shoot it well from distance. Okay.
I mean, he could hit the occasional spot of three. He's not.
Well, so can I, but they're not going to sign me.
Right, and nobody's saying he's going to be the go-to solution and the the cure-all.
Yeah.
I mean, if we're looking for a stopgap for Holiday to get another year or two under his belt, that could be it.
Yeah. Listen, I'm at a point though where I don't even care if there's a one. I don't care. I want guys out. You got to have guys that can score. I mean, you just do. You got to have guys that are threats to score. I mean, hell, half the time nobody even guards that guy. You watch his games; they don't guard him.
That's true.
So that's just my thought. And again, we are commenting, Josh, on a rumor. On a rumor. So call anytime. Thank you, buddy. That is not going to sell me. That's not selling me. Here's my thought. The first thing I think about when I see that, and when I see this guy also having the rumor, this Kevin O'Connor, that the Pacers are one of the teams that are thinking about moving up to 4. And again, this is all could be a bunch of garbage. But I'm just going to tell you the first thing I think about. The first thing I think about is they're thinking that next year is not going to be worth too much. That's the first thing that comes into my mind. I have a hard time believing that to be true. But that's the first thing that pops into my mind. All of a sudden, what is washed away is this, Vic's going to come back. Vic's ahead of schedule. He's going to be great, and we got money to spend. We're going to get a score. We're going to do this. All of a sudden, that kind of floats away, and now maybe it's going to take a little bit longer. You're not going to count on Vic for a large part of the year. Maybe Vic's not going to be Vic this year. We're going to move up in the draft. Finally get into that lottery to where you can, rebuild without saying it around here because you're not allowed to. That's what pops into my mind. Right or wrong, that's what I get to thinking about. And I hate to be sounding like a rip job on Ricky Rubio. But come on. And again, it was A and not the. If it's the free agent target, then we'd all have a problem. All right, A. Well, who else is a free agent target? Like everybody's a free agent target, right? So good. But, yeah, you guys are going to have to sell me a little bit stronger on that. It's from Chad. Hey, JMV, give a shout out to HSE for their first state championship in baseball. Nicely done. I think they beat Columbus East last night. University got one last night. Class 3As, the Stangs of Edgewood, the Pride of Ellettsville and Steinsville. Edgewood and Andrean. Coming up at 6 o'clock. 2A tonight, Southridge and Alexandria. That's pretty funny. It's from Bix. The Reds win last night also moved them out of the NL cellar. Actually, I think they were out, then I think they dropped back in, didn't they? They've been having tickle fights for the cellar with the Pirates here for the past 3 or 4 days. JMV, would you like the Pacers to take a look at Harrison Barnes? Matt, I would not. He's going to want, he's turned down $25 million. He's going to want a lot of money. He's going to want to start, and I don't think he's good enough. No. No Harrison Barnes and no Ricky Rubio. You like Harrison Barnes?
Nope.
No. You know that dude's going to want to start. At best, if he would be cost efficient coming off the bench as a scorer, but no starter. That's how I view it. Hey, JMV, that was classic radio, dead air when you heard the name Ricky Rubio. I was kind of in shock. I thought he was joking me. I thought, what? Come on, man. No. No way. 239-1070. You can sell me on this if you like. And again, what we're doing is we are having a conversation and a debate about rumors. That's what this time of year is all about. It's what it is. And you could say, well, what this, all you're doing is spreading this, and it's not. No, it's conversation. All these teams love it. Hell, it's more conversation about these teams than you get during these teams' regular season, so they love it. Love it. But I'm going to give a huge couple of Fonzarelli thumbs down on Rubio and Harrison Barnes. Straight from me to you. And frankly, I don't dig on the number 4 pick either. I don't. I might if you're just going to go ahead and recalibrate this season and that's what you're planning on doing, then all right, do it. Do it then. But if you're really trying to win, if you want to reassert yourself among those in the hierarchy of the Eastern Conference, if that's what you plan on doing, not that direction. Quick break. Back with you next.
Join us Thursday, July 4th for the IPL Downtown Freedom Fest. Kids will love the Royal Penn Entertainment Kids area with face painting, carnival games, and more. Details at 1070thefan.com.
We're approaching the halfway point of 2019, and if you need new transportation, you really need to find a new road to Penske Chevrolet. Now, you can take the old road, 96th Street or Keystone Avenue, and where they intersect, you're going to find great deals and great service. Now, here's just a couple of examples. Get a sign and drive lease on the 2019 Equinox for just $229. This is a 36-month lease at 10,000 miles a year. Now, if you'd rather buy one, Penske is taking 20% off MSRP. CJ Smith and Brett Rosie for all the details. The Silverado is so hot right now, General Motors is investing millions to increase the production of the Fort Wayne plant. And when Penske's offering a $199 lease on the Silverado LD or 0% financing for 84 months, you can see why. Penske also has 2019 Colorados and Traverses at 15% off and 20% off the all-electric 2019 Chevy Bolt. If you'd rather finance the Bolt, get 0% for 72 months and a $1,250 rebate. No matter how you do it, find your way to Penske Chevrolet at 96th and Keystone or online at PenskeChevyIndy.com.
I love having my time and money wasted. No. I'm the owner of Nameless Catering Company. We've served over 1 million people in the past couple of years because our food is awesome, it's affordable, and we make it easy. Go to namelesscatering.com to see all of our menus and pricing. At Nameless Catering, we don't play pricing games, which makes it easy to get your final price for your next event. If you want the best, you need to choose the best. namelesscatering.com.
June is Men's Health Month, and locally owned Men's Health Solutions is here to help. ED issues? Physicians at Men's Health Solutions offer multiple options, many at a lower price than you find at other local clinics. Just a $75 initial appointment fee that includes a test dose of medication and sample meds with no further commitments. You'll know the same day if it works, so what do you have to lose? ED treatment doesn't have to be expensive. Men's Health Solutions, 317-975-3945. menshealthsolutions.us.
I'm Drew. I think freedom and financial stability go hand in hand.
At KeyBank, we believe it's never too early to start thinking about making financial progress.
As a college student, I run into a lot of expenses, so having a bank that helps me to manage my personal finances helps a lot.
KeyBank's digital tools help you make, then manage your budget, so you always know where you stand.
Budgeting your money isn't always the easiest thing, but by using the KeyBank mobile app and seeing where your money's being spent on a regular basis, it allows you to establish the amount of money that you can put towards different things. And that's more money that you can spend on things that you care about. To have freedom to spend your money the way you want to, the only way you can do that is by being financially stable.
Get $300 when you open a qualifying checking account and set up direct deposit. Offer details at key.com/get300 or your local branch. Must be enrolled in online banking to use the mobile app. Message and data rates from your wireless provider may apply. KeyBank is member FDIC.
Message and data rates may apply.
Ever look at your paycheck and think, there's gotta be a better way? Well, here's some news. There is, and I can show it to you. I'm Paula Sajan, star of A&E's hit TV show, Flip This House. My brother and I have taught thousands of people how to start making money in real estate. Now, it's your turn. Next week, we're conducting a free 2-hour educational workshop right here in the Indianapolis area, where you'll hear about my proven flipping systems that help you start flipping homes for profit in your spare time using other people's money, and how to get started flipping the script by putting money in your pocket with income opportunities. Real estate is a powerful tool that has made millions of people wealthy, but you can't start making your first dollar until you take your first step. Come to my free workshop and take advantage of this amazing opportunity. It can mean a lifetime of financial security.
To get 2 free tickets to Paul's workshop, text your 5-digit zip code to 37,000. Seating is extremely limited, so text your 5-digit zip code to 37,000. Text in the next 10 minutes, and you'll also reserve a free copy of Paul's Money for Deals guide. Just text your zip code to 37,000.
Looking for a jackhammer of a deal?
At Tom Wood Ford's Road Construction Inventory Reduction Sales Event, we're bulldozing prices. 2019 Fiestas under 10 grand. 2019 Escapes from $17,995. 2018 EcoSport $16,995. Up to $17,000 off MSRP for 2019 F-150 pickup trucks. All with lifetime powertrain coverage. Tom Wood Ford, the home of guaranteed credit. Interest rates as low as 0. Tom Wood Ford's Road Construction Inventory Reduction Sales Event. We're paving the way to great deals now through June 30th.
Do you need air conditioning service and need to find a local well-trained expert you can trust, like B&W Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning? Find that American Standard Air dealer at IndyHomeComfort.com.
The NTT IndyCar Series battles Road America. Sunday at noon on FM 107.5, The Fan. The Ride with JMV.
Oh, yeah! Well, thanks for nothing!
FM 107.5 and 1070 The Fan.
I'm John. Thank you for joining us. Racer on top of the hour. The 3A, 2A tonight. Bonzi Wells in the Big Three coming up this weekend. Bonzi from Muncie Central Ball State. And among other teams in the NBA, the Trailblazers and the Rockets will join us coming up in the 5 o'clock hour. JMV. So I heard Windhorse on Rich Eisen the other day saying that as soon as the Pelicans got that number 4 pick, they were looking to deal it. And that could morph into other teams getting involved. I mean, none of this surprises. I mean, it's just stuff people knock around. I just don't even like the knock around thought of either, to be honest. Yeah, unless that you think you're done. Unless you think that there's not a lot of hope. I mean, to me, that just kind of screams negatory for this year. And that's not what it sounded like up until this point. So we'll see. Yeah, by the way, too, Kevin O'Connor dropped a couple of really interesting tidbits from the Ringer that, I mean, you can take for real or we can laugh at or debate or whatever. One was that a target, not the target, but a target in free agency would be Ricky Rubio. Let that one soak in. And the other that the Pacers, one of the teams that had interest in getting up to number 4. And, I mean, it's just what happens this time of year. That's what I'm banking on right now. That's just what happens this time of year. Because I'm not a fan of either one. We were trying to figure out who would you want at 4? Let's say your team moved up to 4. Who would you want? Who would you pick? You're Reddish?
Either Reddish or Garland.
Why would you even put Garland in there? Just because of what people say?
Coming out of high school and then just, I mean, obviously we haven't seen anything from him in college, really. He played 4 games before he got hurt.
4 games at Vanderbilt, too. I mean, could there be anything in more disguise than your college career if you played 4 games of basketball at Vanderbilt? Kobe White, DeAndre Hunter. Maybe Kobe White, maybe. DeAndre Hunter, I think, is going to be... He's going to be a good player, but I think he's going to be more of a bit player. Jarrett Culver, what did he shoot from 3 at all? Ever? He's like mid-range Jarrett, isn't he? Driving to the hoop. And you mentioned Reddish. It's unfair. I have no idea who Sekou, the French guy, is. I'm sure he's going to be great. Jackson Hayes, who looks to be a project out of Texas. Nasir Little, North Carolina. P.J. Washington, Kentucky. Just to name a few, and then you start getting into Romeo Langford territory there. Midway through the teens, somewhere in that neighborhood. Yeah, I don't know about it. JMV, this rumor screams of agent whose client just lost his starting gig in Utah since they've been linked to Conley. He wouldn't be doing his job if he didn't set the market somewhere, so why not start in a place he's long rumored to go? Yeah, since he's like 15. Those things just wear you out. JMV, apparently the Wolves are heavily shopping him. He's no mentor Who? The Wolves. I mean, the Jazz? Rubio played in Utah last year. To me, I don't know why you'd want it even in the mix to be clear with you, but seems like that's pretty far from what I think is necessary. Just a thought. No, by the way, Steve in San Antonio, this is not the Max Landis that has been on my show before. Not my friend Max Landis. He's the noted son of Hollywood filmmaker John Landis. All right. Max Landis, my friend, is son of noted mid-50s basketball playing Mike Landis. Thank you. Pete May writes this: I go for Karsten Edwards at 18, fearless attacker and born leader. I will say this: I hope somebody takes a shot at him at the end of round 1. They probably won't. It'll probably be in early round 2. But he's going to work at it. You know that, and he's got the strength, and you know that. JMV, what is your Pacers offseason wish list? Sorry if I've missed it previously when you've talked about it. I do like, and this is all much like these rumors, probably completely blown out of proportion, and probably would never happen. I like a guy like D'Angelo Russell a great deal. And this is if this Pacer team believes they're getting Vic back, and they're going to try to remain or press even further up the hierarchy of the Eastern Conference. And that's a guy like D'Angelo Russell. That's what I like. And it appears that D'Angelo Russell's kind of, if Kyrie Irving ends up in Brooklyn, then he may be on the outside looking in. He's restricted, though. So there are just a lot of different things going on here. I like D'Angelo Russell. I do like Terrence Ross off the bench as a scorer that obviously Tyreek Evans never morphed into a year ago. So those are just a couple right there off the top of my head. Quick break. We'll come back. Rakestraw is going to join us. We're going to talk about some of the local dudes. One being Dylan Windler. Our friend from Belmont is working out for the Golden State Warriors today. And we'll talk about Windler and the rest of the local notables that could be involved coming up on Thursday night, and a little high school baseball and more. Bonzi Wells at 5, hour 2, straight ahead next.
Hey, it's Stan Dockage here for Window Nation's summer savings event. Need new windows? Try buy one, get one free. Buy 2, get 2 free. Buy 4, get 4 free. There is no limit. Look, I know you like free. How about 0, 0, 0? Yep. Make 0 down payment, make 0 payments, and 0 interest, all for 12 months. Any style, vinyl and wood, all colors, all engineered for the specific climates that we live in. All buy one, get one free. Plus, Window Nation will come out to your home within 24 hours, 7 days a week to accommodate your busy schedule and provide you with exact pricing, not just an estimate. A price with a 30-day price protection guarantee. And all Window Nation windows come with a true lifetime warranty, plus over 10,000 positive online reviews. But you got to act fast. This amazing deal won't be around long. Call 866-90-NATION or windownation.com. Remember, 0, 0, 0. 0 down payment, 0 payment, 0 interest for 12 months.
Are you an overthinker? Hi, Rick Edelman here, host of The Rick Edelman Show right here every weekend. In 3 decades of serving folks like you here at Edelman Financial Engines, we've met a lot of folks who were trapped because they were overthinking their financial decisions. We get it. This can be scary stuff. You work really hard and you make a lot of sacrifices to save all your money. And well, just imagine if you make a mistake. Bad investment choices, the wrong mortgage, incorrect insurance coverage. It's enough to keep anyone awake at night. So here are 2 pieces of advice to help you solve the problem. First, realize that most decisions can be changed. And second, it's not just you, it's we. You don't have to go it alone. Let us help you. You'll get our experience and our expertise. So call us at Edelman Financial Engines. It's one decision you don't have to overthink. Call us at 888-PLAN-RIC. That's 888-PLAN-RIC. Or visit us at rickedelman.com. That's ricedelman.com.
Don't put up with a cranky old water heater. Time to get a new one and get happy. I'm Corey Kreitzberger, General Manager of Benjamin Franklin Plumbing. Replace your water heater with us and enjoy 24/7 service, local, licensed plumbers, and 100% satisfaction, guaranteed. Plus, we'll give you a free 10-year warranty upgrade. That'll make you happy.
Go with the flow, the local pros. Call Benjamin Franklin Plumbing.
Terms, conditions, and tax may apply. License CP101-00018.
Discover downtown Indy like never before. June 29th, it's Indiana Sports Corp's Indy Ultimate, the ultimate adventure run-walk course with over 20 interactive experiences. Kick a field goal at Lucas Oil Stadium, run the bases of Victory Field, take center stage at the Indiana Repertory Theater, and ride paddle boats on the canal. It's 5 miles of bucket list fun. Registration includes a t-shirt, Indy Ultimate medal, virtual goodie bag, and admission to the post-race party. Saturday, June 29th. Register now at IndyUltimate.com.
Down on the farm, we're always picking what's fresh. You can too. Come on in for Bob Evans Pick 2 combos. Half sandwich combos, soup and salad combos. Over 100 Pick 2 combos starting at just $5.99. Put your Pick 2 together for lunch and dinner. For here or to go. Soup, salad, sandwiches. It's Bob Evans Pick 2 combos.
Bob Evans, down on the farm.
Business owners and professionals face special challenges in divorce court. In addition to everything else going on, they have to contend with allegations that they are earning more than they are, coupled with claims on their business or practice itself.
Attorney CPA Joe Cordell.
An effective defense often hinges on sophisticated strategies relating to income tax projections, business valuations, spousal support claims. Clients with assets depend on their divorce lawyer's skills in these matters, and that's why it's so important to hire someone that has those skills.
Contact the domestic litigation firm of Cordell & Cordell to schedule an appointment with one of our firm's Indianapolis area attorneys, a partner men can count on. 317-322-0122, or visit online at CordellCordell.com. That's CordellCordell.com. Office in downtown Indianapolis. Cordell & Cordell, 101 West Ohio Street, Suite 1100, Indianapolis, Indiana 46204.
Powered by the Hubler Auto Group, a dealer to help the people. Shopping for a new or used vehicle? Click drivehubler.com for Indiana's largest selection of best deals. Hubler has it all.
Sports Center updates on the Fan are brought to you by Big O Tires. Buy 3, get 1 free on select in-stock tires. Details in store. Offer good through July 7th. Big O Tires, the team you trust.
This is Indy Sports Center. WFNI, WIBC, HD2, W298BB, W228CX, Indianapolis. Angels, Cardinals, Sunday Night Baseball. The coverage begins at 6 on FM 107.5, The Fan. The Ride with JMV.
Can you dig it? Can you dig it? Can you dig it?
On FM 107.5 and 1070 The Fan.
No, I hope you are, Kevin O'Connor. I hope you're a bad liar. I don't need it. I sure as hell didn't sit down here and want to talk about Ricky Rubio on this Tuesday. See, now I don't even know what the hell day it is. Kyle's over there. I'm John. Bonzi Wells, 5 o'clock hour. Big Three is coming up at Bankers Life Fieldhouse on this weekend, I should say. Many of local interest will be in participation. We got that, and man, we had sunshine for at least 5 minutes, so obviously now we have to pay the price and have close to 7 hours of rain, which I guess is just kind of what goes on in this particular summertime. It's from Greg. Hey, JMV, I would like the Pacers to go after Bradley Beal. You know, Bradley Beal's only 25 still. That's crazy. I think that he's going to take a lot. A lot. Do I like him? Yes, but a lot is what he's going to take. Somebody's going to have to really get me interested in thinking about a trade up to number 4. Get me interested. On the Andy Moore Automotive Group hotline, by the way, Joe, I'll get you guys and your calls coming up on the other side. On the Andy Moore Automotive Group hotline, our friend Greg Rakestraw joins us. Hey, don't bring up Ricky Rubio in this conversation. Please, don't do it.
Just like don't bring up 7 hours of rain to a guy that's supposed to be on TV for the next 6 hours calling baseball. That's not cool.
I was actually going to bring up Rubio to you because you were a part of all these storylines. I think that he's been an interest of the Pacers since we were born, you know?
You know, I think it would help maybe female attendance at games. He's a good-looking dude. I don't know if he'll be doing ads for PAI with you. I think he's already blessed in the follicle department. But not exactly what gets you all hot and bothered about the upcoming Pacers season is Ricky Rubio, is it?
Yeah, I'd have to just cuss out Kevin O'Connor right now for dropping that nugget in here before I started the show. So what we need. We need that nugget, and then the Pacers wanting to move up to number 4 is a possibility, which I know these are all rumors, and I'm not blaming the Pacers for any of them because this is just what transpires this close to the draft. But these are 2 Pacer rumors here in the last hour that I just don't like either one, to be honest with you. So I'm going to ask you this. What do you like about number 4? I like the top 3. I think the top 3 are great. But hell, I think number 4 on down is as much as a crapshoot as 10 or 11 or 12 would be.
Right, and I'm not thinking about draft picks for right now. I want to go win.
Exactly. Thank you. Yes.
So if this 2 years ago, when we thought they were in rebuild mode because of PG forcing their hand after the draft, then you're like, okay, if you're going to start reloading for picks at that time, all right, I'm fine. I'm cool with that. I completely understand that. But no, and I realize you've got somewhat of questionable health at the start of the year for Victor Oladipo, so I understand that. But I still think you've got some pieces in place now and salary cap money to be able to go and win right now. So I'm not fired up about trading up to 4. Here's the one scenario where I would be more into trading up to 4 or whatever, and it would be if you can trade off a contract that helps you bring in a max level free agent. Yeah. So don't take this as a shot at your guy in Miles Turner, okay?
Sure, that's okay.
If there's a scenario where you can trade him and swap picks, knowing you've got someone in the bag from a free agent standpoint,
right?
Then okay. If you're trying to make more cap space to bring in to say bring back Boyan and then bring in another free agent, knowing you're keeping Domantas Sabonis, then that's a scenario I can get behind. Other than that, I'd rather keep what you have, try to bring in support free agents, and go from there.
That doesn't even, and you're right. You're absolutely right. But that seems about as far-fetched as some of these other rumors. Does it not?
Correct. Yeah. And I don't think that, even though I still think there's a lot of potential there for Miles and a lot of good qualities there for Miles, not many teams are wanting to trade for 4 years and $18 million a year. They're just not.
Yeah. Well, and the thought I had, and again, this is just rumor crap we're dealing with right now, but the thought I had with Rubio or the trade scenario of moving up to number 4, just that at face value is that, all right, so you think that Vic's not going to be good to go for a while, and maybe you guys are going to have a bit of a struggle, so go ahead and get a pick and try to reload. You don't say rebuild around here with the Pacers. That's never been said, but that's kind of what it sounds like to me, if that would be the direction in which that they would go. That's what it sounds like.
Yeah, but I haven't gotten that intel.
I haven't either.
And I just don't. I think there's almost an assumption it's going to take him a while to get back to where he was before he was hurt, but a while as in a couple of months, not as in this is going to be a lost year for him. I don't think we're to that point yet.
I would agree with you on that. Greg Rakestraw is with us. I want to ask you about some of these local notables that are going to be involved in the draft coming up on Thursday night. I'm going to start with Chris Wilkes. He doesn't get a lot of conversation, but he's probably going to be somewhere in round number 2 coming up on Thursday. What do you think his upside is playing in the NBA?
You talking about Dylan Windler, or are you talking which player? I'm sorry.
Chris Wilkes. I said Chris Wilkes. Yeah, Chris Wilkes. I'm saving Dylan for a little later.
All right, for Chris, I mean, I think from a standpoint of NBA ability, I think the game has kind of come to his style of player. But I think he's going to be a guy that's going to be maybe a late second-round pick at best, a guy that's going to have to work his way up to the G League. And you see more players like that at this point in time. But I just think from a physicality standpoint, he's got to add a little something. You've got more size, so you can be a little smaller at this point, but I think he's got to add a little more physicality. I think it's going to take him a while to get to the league and play on a regular basis.
What about Kyle Guy?
I think Kyle Guy's a backup or third point guard in the NBA. I don't know if he's a draft pick. I think he's a guy, and he may be one of those guys that is better off if he's not a draft pick. He can kind of pick and choose the scenario that he is going to go to. I think if he's selected, he's like one of the last 5 or 10 picks taken. But I think he's going to at least go to preseason with the team and get a look. And I actually think he'd be a really good fit here.
So Greg Rakestraw with us. What about Karsten Edwards? And we saw him have just a fantastic capper to his career with Purdue. How does he translate, in your opinion, to the next level?
I think he is a guy that is going to be a late first, early second round pick. I'm not sure if the Pacers are taking him at 18. I think he's more towards the low 20s, kind of upper 30s. But the way the game has changed is perfect for him. You know, we would used to say, well, he's too small to be a shooting guard and not good enough a ball handler to be a point guard. Well, now it's much more about being an attacking guard or a combo guard. Just a guy that can get buckets. I think he is a guy that's going to be an energy player off the bench, an offensive first player off the bench in the NBA. I think he's got the scoring game to contribute immediately in the NBA. Again, I don't think the Pacers take him at 18, but I do think he could be off the board by the end of the first round. I don't think he gets past, say, pick 35 or 40.
Greg Rakestraw is on the Andy Moore Automotive Group hotline. We've got baseball finals coming up again tonight. We'll get to that coming up in just a second. Dylan Windler from Belmont is working out for the Warriors today, which maybe that means something considering Golden State is selecting number 28. But again, maybe Golden State, because of the situation that transpired last week, maybe their priorities have changed a little bit, though. But it'd be nice, I think, a landing spot as you can find if you're Dylan Windler trying to work your way through the NBA, and especially if you end up going in round one.
It's exactly what happens to a lot of those 4-year guys, and those are guys that, you know, end up going to really good teams in the back end of the first round where they have a chance to kind of mature and learn, even with potentially having a Kevin Durant, if he's back in Golden State next year, sitting for almost all of the year, knowing Klay Thompson at best is going to be sitting for about the first 4 or 5 months of the season. So that is a perfect landing spot for him. Again, most things that I have seen of him, kind of like what I said about Karsten Edwards, probably a guy early second round, but potentially late first for any player. Going to Golden State is a dream scenario because of how good that culture is. But frankly, as a rookie, you also know, hey, I'm going to get more of a chance of playing time here early than I would have because of what has happened in the last couple of weeks.
You know, it's interesting, too. I think really anywhere, and the bottom 3 especially of that first round would be a great spot for him. I mean, whether it's Golden State, San Antonio, Milwaukee, all would be really nice landing spots.
You go to any team that is consistently winning, as those teams are, and let's face it, almost every team plays the exact same style at this juncture. Everybody spaces and shoots the 3, and so a kid with length like him that can knock it down, there's frankly a spot for him on 30 NBA rosters at this point.
What do you think happens with Romeo Langford? And let me go ahead and present this question to you as I brought up yesterday. If he's available at 18, now clearly Ryan Carr didn't answer this, and I didn't expect him to, yet I still ask him, but would you expect the Pacers to select him at 18 if he is still on the board Thursday night?
No, I don't think so. I almost think you're doing a service to the kid by not drafting him and putting, if you're the Indiana Pacers specifically, and not putting him in that scenario, not putting him in that predicament. He did a good job of handling things from a perspective of IU and dealing with, I think, the pressure and expectations there. But once he gets to a pro scenario, I'm hoping for the kid's sake he's going someplace else. And the thing is, what have we talked about this team needing from the Indiana Pacers? We're looking for shooting, right? Yeah. You're looking for more consistent three-point shooting other than, say, Bojan Bogdanović. And again, you assume he's coming back here. What did and I know he was injured, but what did Romeo not exactly show you in great spades at Indiana University this past year? 3-point shooting. So, no, if he's there at 18, I kind of get the inclination that the Pacers would pass. But, again, that may be more me because of being a Southern Indiana guy hoping for the best for the kid, which to me is for him to not be playing for the Indiana Pacers next year.
Do you think ultimately he turns out to be just high school legend and just doesn't do much past that? Is that the type of NBA career you think he's going to have, or do you hold out hope that there's going to be more for him?
No, I think there'll be more for him. I really do. It's just I think he's got I think he's got more to develop in his game. Remember, what everybody talks about is how great he is at getting to the rim. Now you've got to go against a lot of guys that are exactly like you in the NBA. It's about, hey, are you going to continue to put in the work to be a better jump shooter? I thought he would be a better jump shooter because I saw what he could be in high school. It didn't translate to the college level, and again, we're not sure how much that thumb injury played a factor into it. We will find out over the course of the next year or two. I'm not ready to write off his NBA career just yet. I think he's going to be a solid and long-time pro, but I think it's also going to be on him as to how much work will he put in to develop those parts of his game, and is he okay with down the road and even being more of a role player in the NBA?
Telling you. To me, you go 4 on down, and you are rolling the dice with every. And I know that you're essentially doing that anyway, but it seems more magnified in 4 and on down as far as Thursday night's draft's concerned. It is, and again, there's not exactly. Are you getting a more talented player at 4, 7, 12 than you would at 18? Yeah, probably. But again, there seemingly is a pretty big cliff from 3 to 4. Boy, there is, isn't there? Greg Rakestraw joins us. I know you got a little high school baseball coming up later on tonight. Now, unfortunately, it's pouring down rain on the circle right now, so that's a problem.
Yes, it is. Literally, as I walked into the park, the tarp was going back on. I'm like, oh, boy, we're going to do this again tonight. We did get through last night, but I wrapped up the radio broadcast at 12:15. I think the TV guys wrapped it about 12:30 last night, and we would rather do that than need to bring teams and fans back for an additional day, which we could do tomorrow, and especially knowing that all of the teams tonight have somewhat lengthy drives. Edgewood's about an hour, Alexander's about an hour. It is obviously much longer for both Andrean and Southridge, so we will make every effort to get games in tonight. And the great thing about Victory Field is that it does not take long, even when it is pouring, as it is doing right now, to turn things around and start playing baseball. But I'd say there's a pretty good chance for a second night in a row we're not exactly having a 5:30 first pitch.
Yeah, there's 6 o'clock. We're going to join the coverage right here of the 3A contest with Edgewood and Andrean. Andrean's had a fantastic season, and really, I think it's much like we'll talk about Southridge in a minute because they've had a fantastic season, just sports up and down throughout the school year calendar. Edgewood's a little bit of an unknown. Now, not to me because I know a great deal about them from where I grew up, but Edgewood's somewhat of an unknown when it certainly comes to getting to this level in a baseball title atmosphere that they're going to see tonight.
No doubt. Their head coach, Bob Jones, is a great story. He just retired as a teacher. He spent 44 years teaching at Edgewood High School. He has been a part of the baseball program for 44 years, the head coach for 34 years. He's at least going to coach for another year or two. So he's going to be a retired teacher but continue to coach at Edgewood. They've had good teams. They have won 8 sectional titles in the class era in the last 18 years, but they have never made it past the semi-state round. They've got a youngster on the mound in Luke Hayden, who is a sophomore that is verbal to play at IU. He is 11-0 on the season. Their center fielder is Ethan Bacumbra. He goes about 6'4" and 215. He is going to play for Jeff Mercer at IU next year. They've got potentially they've got a couple of middle infielders, the Ketos, and I know that one of them is thinking about walking on at Indiana State perhaps next year. So they've got some great individual talent, and it's unique that in that pocket of the state, Edgewood and Linton Stockton, there are multiple Division I baseball recruits in those areas that are generally good at most sports, but are always often thought of as basketball schools. There's some really good baseball talent right now in that part of the state, too. Edgewood has some very talented players, but simply put, John, they are facing the best player in the state tonight in Michael Doolin, the pitcher for Andrean. He is 13-0. His ERA is very similar to your GPA at the University of Indianapolis, 0.4. He has given up an earned run in 2 of his 12 starts this year, and he is going to play at Vanderbilt next year. And to put it in perspective, Dave Pisker, who's been at Andrean now for 40 years, he was around Danny Plesac. He coached Sean Mania, now the Oakland A's, and he says that as a high school pitcher, Doolin is better than those two guys were. So it tells you just how formidable opponent a good Edgewood team is going to face tonight.
Something else you mentioned, and Greg Rakestraw joins us on the Andy Moore Automotive Group hotline, is a lot of these names in association with IU and Jeff Mercer and Indiana State, which with Mitch Hanna, you see both these coaches trying to lock up the localest of local guys, don't you?
Absolutely. And there are numerous players that we have talked about linked with IU, in these state finals. And it wasn't as much the case in 4A last night, although I think it's Wright State, SC Upstate, Miami of Ohio, Ball State, Xavier were some of the schools in last night's 4A game. The pitcher for University that struck out 17, he is an IU commit, but he also was drafted. And there's still a little debate as to what he is going to do. But no, there are numerous IU players, sophomore, junior, senior class, whether they are playing in these games tonight or have been top-end talent, that have obviously seen the success that IU's had in now making the postseason in 6 of the last 7 years, and they see the facilities they can play at, and either an IU or a Purdue. And again, the facilities in Indiana State of Bob Warren Field, they aren't bad either. But it also, let's look this the other way, John. What it is it tells you the amount of baseball talent in this state that an IU, Purdue, Indiana State, other teams can be successful, not exclusively, but in large part by recruiting Indiana kids. And if you look at the Indiana University baseball roster this past year, obviously they won a game in the postseason and won the Big Ten regular season. They had a lot of Indiana kids up and down that roster. The young man they had drafted in Matt Gorski played at Hamilton Southeastern High School. Paulie Milto's already playing in rookie ball. He played at Ron Colley. So, yes, the kids here in the state want to stay and play for a program like IU, but programs like Indiana, Purdue, Indiana State, et cetera, they know they can get good players by staying right here in the state of Indiana, and to me, that's just as important.
And I also like to see the so-called northern schools make things happen in baseball, and because I know that it's a convenient excuse to make, and we watch what Michigan is doing now too, but it's a convenient excuse, but it's accurate because you do start from a different point compared to these southern teams that don't have to deal with that late February, early March, entire month of March into April type of weather around here.
Well, let's put it in perspective. I think Purdue and Alexander Field, I'll put it up against any facility in the country from the quality of the facility. There are larger facilities, but in terms of the grass field, the overall setup, that's in the best of the best in the United States. They also know they're not playing a home game until like the fourth week of March. And when you're in Indiana or Purdue or Notre Dame, Indiana State, whatever, for the first 5 or 6 weeks of the season, you are heading south. You're going to Florida, you're going to South Carolina, you're going to Texas, you're going to Tennessee. You know that you're not even going to think about playing a home game until maybe March 20th, and even those are kind of dicey, which is why conference play in the Big Ten doesn't start till the end of March or even in early April. And there's a lot of raw weather weekends trying to play at that time of the year in April, too. So, a lot of the television money in the Big Ten has gone to the quote-unquote non-revenue facilities. You go to almost every campus. Baseball is new. Softball is new. Wrestling, volleyball, things like that. And you can see the impact those television dollars have had, especially in baseball. Big Ten had 5 teams in the postseason this year. Michigan still playing in the College World Series. You can't change the weather, but you can still invest in your facilities, and for the most part, Big Ten schools have done that.
All right, Greg, before I let you go, Southridge, Alexandria, 8:30 tonight, and as it rains out here, it looks like maybe you guys are going to have another late one. But as I mentioned earlier, Southridge, much like Andrean, has had a banner calendar year in athletics.
They have. Andrean is unique in that they only have one player that's on the basketball team that plays on the baseball team. His name is Matt Lolito. He was a starter on the basketball team, but baseball are largely kids, some football kids, but largely kids that focus on baseball at Andrean. Southridge is the opposite, and they're the 2 kids that deserve a mention that are both football, baseball kids. One of them a 3-sport kid, at least until this year. Tucker Shanks is going to play baseball. Guess where? Indiana University, starting center fielder for Southridge. But he is famous for being the young man that caught the 2-point conversion that won the state title game for Southridge at the end of the 2017 season. He also made the wrestling state finals as a junior. So literally his junior year, he competed in 3 different state championships. He's going to play baseball at IU. Colson Montgomery, though, is the other kid from Southridge that deserves a mention. He is a Division I basketball talent. I think he's higher than that in baseball. And I really think for Colson, 2 years from now, he's just a sophomore. The decision is going to be, do I want to play major college basketball or do I go be a part of the MLB draft thinking he's a potential first, second, or third round pick? He is that good as a shortstop. He was the starting quarterback last year as a sophomore. He is not going to play football this coming season. He's going to go from 3 sports to 2, knowing he's got a significant decision to make about 24 months from now.
Southridge, Alexandria, that's the 2A baseball final tonight around 8:30. 6 o'clock the coverage begins for Edgewood and Andran in the 3A title tilt. Those times are right here. And best of luck to you getting everything in and in on time over at Victory Field later on today.
Well, it's not going to be on time. We'll settle for just getting it in and getting it done. How about that?
Yeah, I would agree, though. There's a long way to go for those up in the region and those down in Du Bois County, for sure.
Thankfully, there's a hotel that I can see from my press box view. There might be an uptick in rooms at JW Marriott tonight.
Yeah, I don't know. You plan on dropping maybe $250 for an overnight stay? I guess maybe you don't mind.
Well, that's the Blue Monster. There's another Marriott. There's the Courtyard by Marriott. There's a Holiday Inn just down the street. I can find a Motel 6 for folks. We got some hotels around.
I don't know if anybody's rolling up just north of Dale planning on spending $250 for about 6 hours of sleep. You know what I mean?
Now listen. There's some folks who got some cash.
Hey, I know. You're absolutely right.
Area,
You're right.
So they'll cobble some pennies together. They'll be all right.
All right, man. We'll be checking you out later on tonight. Thanks, Greg.
Thanks, John.
It's Greg Rakestraw on the Eddie Moore Automotive Group Hotline, and it is pouring down rain outside right now. I told you we're going to pay for the 5 minutes of sunshine here, friends. I told you that. All right, quick one. We'll come back. Bonzi Wells, a part of the Big Three. That is coming up this weekend at Bankers Life Fieldhouse. And we'll talk to Bonzi about that entire experience, his team, which includes Jermaine O'Neal, Jason Richardson, Amari Stoudemire, and is coached by Dr. J. Julius Irving. Just one of the many involved in the Big Three. It's a fun time. I would advise you to go out and check it out. Bankers Life Fieldhouse, the first time the Big Three has been in Indy. Coming up this weekend, Bonzi Wells joins us at 5 o'clock. Buck Cherry tickets and your calls regarding the draft, the Pacers, the Rubio, and the trading up to number 4 rumors that are floating around, and more next.
Hey, it's Dan Doggett here for Stevie Hadaway Insurance. Did you know that life insurance is the best way to give tax-free money to family and friends? It's the best way to give it to your favorite charities, nonprofit organizations, or your high school or college alma mater. Don't put off buying life insurance protection for another day. Give Mike Steffi and his team at Steffi Hadaway Insurance a call, 317-334-3743 today, or shiagency.com, and tell them Dan Dockett sent you.
Fast, reliable internet. Is that important to your business?
We couldn't work without it.
At Comcast Business, we go beyond fast with amazing solutions and a great deal.
What kind of solutions?
Well, how about automatic 4G LTE backup for complete reliability?
I like the sound of that. What else?
Powerful Wi-Fi that keeps your employees connected, and bandwidth you can allocate between your customers and employees.
I didn't know Comcast Business did that.
Oh, I'm not done yet. Advanced voice solutions at affordable prices. How about business TV that keeps customers entertained?
Okay, I'm convinced. But didn't you say something about a great deal?
Right now, get started with 75 megabit internet for $49.95 per month for 2 years when you add 2 voice mobility lines and sign up for EcoBill and automatic payment. Call 1-800-501-6000 today. Comcast Business. Beyond fast.
Monthly service charge increases by $10 without EcoBill and auto pay. Offer in 6/21/19. Restrictions apply. New business customers only. 2-year agreement required. Equipment taxes and fees extra. Subject to change. Backup limited to update hours.
Hey, it's JMV for a relaxing and affordable staycation. Visit Four Winds Lakeside Inn and Marina on beautiful Lake Monroe, located in Fairfax State Recreation Area. Four Winds features beautiful guest rooms, many with fantastic views, indoor-outdoor heated pool, mini golf, hiking, a private beach, and boat rentals. Book a 3-night midweek staycation for just $249. Book at fourwindslakeside.com or call 812-824-BOAT. Four Winds Lakeside Inn and Marina, one of the all-time favorites. Tell them JMV sent you.
June is Men's Health Month, and locally owned Men's Health Solutions is here to help. ED issues? Physicians at Men's Health Solutions offer multiple options, many at a lower price than you find at other local clinics. Just a $75 initial appointment fee that includes a test dose of medication and sample meds with no further commitments. You'll know the same day if it works, so what do you have to lose? ED treatment doesn't have to be expensive. Men's Health Solutions, 317-975-3945, menshealthsolutions.us.
And now, a thought from Geico Motorcycle.
It took 15 minutes to take a spirit animal quiz online.
Please be the cheetah. Please be the cheetah.
And learn your animal isn't the cheetah, but the far less appealing blobfish.
Oh, come on.
To add insult to injury, you could have used those 15 blobfish minutes to switch your motorcycle insurance to Geico.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on motorcycle insurance.
Come to Shane Company for a beautiful engagement ring. I'm Gordon Shane. I was talking with Brian recently. He's one of our jewelry craftsmen here, and he told me how much he appreciates the extra steps we take for our customers to make their jewelry last a lifetime. We have the highest standards for quality. Did you know that at Shane Company we put more metal into the structure of the ring so it will stand the test of time? And our prongs are stronger, so they will securely hold your center stone. Even the sides of our rings are more substantial to keep accent stones in place. We do all this without compromising the elegance of each ring. No other jeweler in town has rings that are built this well. And because our rings are so well made, we're proud to give our customers a warranty that is free for a lifetime and even covers the center stone. In fact, our jewelry craftsmen are in the store every day, ready to clean and polish your ring anytime for free, so it will sparkle like the day you said yes.
Now you have a friend in the diamond business. Shane Company and Shaneco.com.
We're approaching the halfway point of 2019, and if you need new transportation, you really need to find a new road to Penske Chevrolet. Now, you can take the old road, 96th Street or Keystone Avenue, and where they intersect, you're going to find great deals and great service. Now, here's just a couple of examples. Get a sign and drive lease on the 2019 Equinox for just $229. This is a 36-month lease at 10,000 miles a year. Now, if you'd rather buy one, Penske is taking 20% off MSRP. CJ Smith and Brett Rosie for all the details. The Silverado is so hot right now, General Motors is investing millions to increase the production of the Fort Wayne plant. And when Penske's offering a $199 lease on the Silverado LD or 0% financing for 84 months, you can see why. Penske also has 2019 Colorados and Traverses at 15% off and 20% off the all-electric 2019 Chevy Bolt. If you'd rather finance the Bolt, get 0% for 72 months and a $1,250 rebate. No matter how you do it, find your way to Penske Chevrolet at 96th and Keystone or online at PenskeChevyIndy.com.
Hi, I'm Ryan Kelly. I'm always being asked, hey Ryan, what is your favorite type of loan? And I gotta tell you, there's something so special about helping a veteran get into their dream home. And that's why we created the Hero Loan. At Hero.loan, you'll never pay for an appraisal. We do all the VA paperwork for you, and we close VA loans in as little as 14 days. Get pre-approved today with our 5-minute loan approval, only available at Hero.loan. The Home Loan Expert LLC, NMLS number 1326241.
I had prostate cancer.
A PSA may have saved his life.
Ask your doctor about preventive screenings. Community Health Network. Exceptional care, simply delivered.
Do you need air conditioning service and need to find a local well-trained expert you can trust like Kirby Heating and Air Conditioning? Find that American Standard Air dealer at IndyHomeComfort.com.
Sports with Dan Dockage.
David Cohn, do you think you could do the same things now that you did then, or even close?
No, definitely not. That's a great question. I kind of feel for these guys nowadays. It seems like most of the players, they go back to their hotel rooms when they're on the road and they play video games instead of where we going out. We go have dinner on the road. We go to a bar afterwards. We take over the place. And, nowadays, there's just no way these guys can get away with that.
Dan Dockage, weekdays noon till 3 on FM 107.5 and 1070 The Fan. The Ride with JMV.
What in God's name is going on in here?
On FM 107.5 and 1070 The Fan.
Bless those reins. I'm looking at the big three teams right now. Tri-State is where a 5 o'clock guest. No, wait a minute. No, it's not. No, I'm looking at Trilogy right now. Trilogy's Jason Terry, David Hawkins, James Flight White, Carlos Arroyo, Sam Young, Patrick O'Brien. Is that this year? Kenyon Martin's their coach? Am I looking at the right year? All right, what the hell am I looking for? Tri-State. Jermaine O'Neal, Amari Stoudemire, Nate Robinson. What was his name? Yakubu Diarra, or whatever his name was, from France. Jason Richardson, Bonzi Wells, and it's coached by Julius Irving. And Bonzi's going to join us coming up here at the top of the hour. 10 years in the NBA. Speaking of NBA, we had some rumors a little bit earlier. Kevin O'Connor of The Ringer dropped in that but a free agent target by the Pacers. Coming up will be Ricky Rubio. So I puked in the bucket here and hope that that's not true. And then also dropped that Pacers would be one of the teams that would not mind trading up to number 4. And I'm not a big fan of that either. So those are 2 rumors that are floating around today. Harrison Barnes declined the $25 million price tag that he was going to have to play in Sacramento to become an unrestricted free agent. Yeah, I don't like Harrison Barnes either. It appears now, from what is being reported, that, the whole thing between James Harden and Chris Paul that was going down right. Apparently now Chris Paul, according to an article, wants out of Houston because things are not going to get any better between he and Harden, which should surprise absolutely not one person out there. There's nobody that should be surprised by that. Shocking that these guys wouldn't get along. So there it is. That's according to Yahoo Sports. I'll give them credit for it. Chris Paul wants out of Houston. Relationship with James Harden deemed unsalvageable. So there's going to be some, I'm telling you, man, across the board. Who's going to be unscathed? Who's just going to be able to go out and do what they do to get better? Like Denver? Denver's young, talented. I mean, all these other questions. I mean, look at the questions out west. Questions with Golden State moving forward. Oh, it's Portland? Portland unscathed? All that Lakers stuff. Now, we've been talking about Utah with Rubio, but, what happens in Utah? Does Mike Conley end up in Utah? Now, who gets better out west? Or if the Lakers make the top 8 out west, so who slides out? Utah? San Antonio? San Antonio had been mentioned last week by Bobby Marks right here as what he thought was a very strong landing spot for Bojan Bogdanovic. And then that deal over the weekend that brought Anthony Davis to L.A. Now all of a sudden the Lakers, seemingly according to many, are in on what could be a Bogdanovic sweepstakes. I never thought I would say that, but yes. That's what it appears to be. So who falls out? Who falls out if the Lakers are in? Who's the best team out west going into next year? I know Vegas odds are all about the Lakers, but realistically, is Denver the best team out west?
Denver, probably Portland. Portland went to the conference finals.
Yeah. I'd say Denver, though. Denver's younger. Man, Denver's got a lot of pieces, including our friend Gary Harris. Just get up and down the floor, score a lot. And clearly got the big man, have an MVP candidate. Man, a lot of moving parts. Jamal Murray. Then you look at the East. So who remains unscathed? We've talked about the Pacers and what type of task they have at hand coming up this summer. And I mentioned Philly a little bit earlier. They're going to be able to keep Jimmy Butler. Is Jimmy Butler going to stay there? Jimmy Butler going to go to L.A.? Jimmy Butler going to end up someplace else? Tobias Harris? Redick? Kawhi Leonard, the biggest piece probably in the East by virtue of his team winning a title. Is he going to stay? Is he going to leave? Kyrie Irving going to stay in Boston? Is he going to go? Is he going to go someplace like Brooklyn? D'Angelo Russell moves then maybe? Kemba Walker staying in Charlotte? He going to move around? Man, I'm telling you. Many a moving part in this. See Ryan 24 says that Golden State falls out. You might end up being right. I don't know. I mean, at least they're going to fall all the way out to 8. I'm telling you, though, the competition is going to be high. I got 2 good questions for everybody out there, 239-1070. Who does fall out west? Who falls out? And then if you're picking at 18, I couldn't get anything out of Ryan Carr about that yesterday. And again, I didn't expect him to answer it, but I asked him anyway because I'm just kind of a butthole like that. But I didn't expect him to answer it. But if Romeo Langford's there at 18, should the Pacers take him? I say no. What say you? Yesterday I saw a mock, and not that this means anything, I saw a mock that had Langford going 23 to Utah. Today I saw a similar mock that had him 15 to Detroit. If he's there at 18, should they take him? Romeo Langford. And the opinion that Greg just had with me is one that I shared with you yesterday. I think one of the worst spots for him to try to reclaim a career, try to become what people expect him to be, I think one of the worst spots would be right here. JMV is a good judge of talent. How good do you really think James Harden is? I think James Harden's really good, Chris. I'm not a big fan of watching him play. I can name 20 guys that if you put them in Houston and give them the freedom Harden has, every one of them would lead the NBA in scoring. I think there'd be a lot of guys that probably in that offense, a lot of upper echelon guys that would lead the league in scoring, but those guys doesn't mean those guys are better than him. He's as good an offensive player as you're going to find. I just don't really enjoy watching him play, and I'm betting that a lot of guys around him don't enjoy watching him play either. Think about that. I mean, you got questions about the coach. Can that system ever win a title or, hell, challenge for a title, much less win a title? I mean, you got all that going on in Golden State. And Golden State has always been the doorstop to the Houston Rockets in the postseason. And what should be a time to flourish now is a time of foobar. Thank you very much. And that's what you get for screwing around with Chris Paul, isn't it? Oh, it all looks good early on, doesn't it? Oh, it looks good and it feels good. And, hey, we got this guy, and he's funny in commercials. This is great. Look at the camaraderie we have. This guy's in a commercial with me, and he has been. We're buddies, pals, and then thing comes back around and bites you. That's bad. Chris Paul's full of bad karma and a bad contract. Bad karma and bad contract. All right, 239-1070. Chris is up next today. Go ahead, Chris. How are you?
Good. JMV, I like when I hear what you talk about the Pacers. I think they should grab KY. I don't know how to say his name, but he got a Q at the end of it. The small forward they was working out.
You think they... I'm sorry, wait a minute. The small forward they were working out, there's got a Q on the end of it.
I don't know how to say his name. He went to... it's I forgot his name, but
cool.
He was pretty decent.
All right, I believe you. I'm going to try to figure out really quick who you're talking about. Are you talking about the Stanford dude?
Yeah.
Really? Huh.
He got a 7'2" wingspan. He'd probably be a lockdown defender like Paul George.
Okay. All right. I'd forgotten he'd been in there, but yeah, okay, whatever. Listen, it's your opinion, Chris. I respect it.
I got one question. Do you like if the Pacers would trade for Mike Conley?
I don't. No, I don't. Nah.
All right, I just finished listening.
Yeah, they thank you, Chris. No, that's way till you're talking about trying to manage money and trying to fill gaps in the roster that clearly you're going to have to fill. I think that'd be kind of heavy duty for you. That's why a lot of this stuff it's tough to really see coming to fruition. Like I sit here right now and I see him as like easy as hell, right? Hey, D'Angelo Russell, hell, he may not want to come here. He's a restricted free agent. Now, who knows what's going to happen with that? Who knows what Brooklyn may end up having to do, but still, who knows what's going to happen? I'm just saying over 20 points per game, and he's very smooth, and I like that. I think that he and Vic could play well together, and that is a scoring punch that I think is necessary. Now, who I don't like alongside Vic would be Ricky Rubio because he can't shoot a three. He can barely shoot much, but he's a nice passer at times, and he can't guard you. Listen, I don't want anybody on this Pacer team that can't guard you. If you can't be guarded by a Pacer, then we don't want them. Quick break and we'll come back. John regarding Romeo, Joe regarding the Pacers, you at 239-1070, Buck Cherry tickets coming up. Yeah, that's my philosophy. If they can't guard you, they better not come here. He can't guard you. It's a true story. I'm going to slide in a quick break and come back with you next.
Join us Thursday, July 4th for the IPL Downtown Freedom Fest. Kids will love the Royal Penn Entertainment Kids area with face painting, carnival games, and more. Details at 1070thefan.com.
In person, you can actually see what makes a Diamonds Direct diamond so superior to an ordinary diamond. But on the radio, you can actually hear the difference. Here's a diamond from Diamonds Direct. And here's a diamond from that other store. Or, worse yet, a diamond from one of those online brokers. The fact is, Diamonds Direct's diamonds always have more sparkle, more fire, more brilliance, because each one is carefully chosen by people who know quality and who refuse to compromise. Real, rare, precious diamonds. From the core of the earth to the hands of the most skilled cutters, then graded and certified by the most stringent and reputable gem labs. Indeed, these are the world's finest. Excellent cut, perfect clarity, eye-catching brilliance, spectacular sparkle. It all adds up to a virtual symphony of excellence in a diamond that shines like no other. Diamonds Direct. Music to her ears.
Chronic headaches, constant sinus infections, pain and pressure. The fatigue was overwhelming.
That's Karen. She suffered for years with chronic sinus infections. She'd go to urgent care, see her doctor.
And we would do the same thing. Steroids, antibiotics, nasal sprays.
Now, her issues are gone. How? A minimally invasive procedure done in the office of Indianapolis Sinus Center called balloon sinuplasty.
Now my sinus cavities are open. You can breathe on a constant basis and not get sinus infections. I don't get headaches anymore. I don't take naps anymore. I'm like, oh, this is miraculous.
Do you suffer with chronic sinus infections, facial pain, pressure? Is it difficult to breathe through your nose? Find out if balloon sinuplasty is the solution for you. Set an appointment today with the Indianapolis Sinus Center. Call 317-528-9650. 317-528-9650. That's 317-528-9650.
And how's that AC unit running right now? JMV for 1 hour heating and air conditioning. Hopefully you've taken my advice and had their technicians come out, the experts making sure that it's running smoothly. I'll tell you this, I normally just mention when it's really hot, but forget about that for a moment. How about it when it's really hot, then it's also humid? That time is coming. That is a recipe that I love, like in a gym, playing a little pickup hoop, but I don't love in my living room. You don't love in your living room. Just make sure that your HVAC unit's ready to go and get the experts of 1 hour heating and air conditioning to make sure that it's good to go. For the summer of 2019, summer really quickly is going to become what we know summer around here to be. Make sure you're prepared. Have that peace of mind. 1 hour heating and air conditioning. 844-1-HOUR. Tell them I sent you to the experts today. That's 844-1-HOUR.
Hi, I'm Tony Kanan.
And I'm Chuck Jones with Bill Esther Chevrolet.
Chuck, is it quiet this month without the sound of racing?
Oh no, TK. We have a huge summer sale going on.
What does that mean, Chuck?
We have all new Chevys priced to go and 0% interest for up to 84 months.
That's huge.
And we also have up to $4,000 more for your trade.
So where do I get the best deal this summer?
Find new roads to Bill Estes Chevrolet or online at BillEstesChevy.com. Just ask for the TK deal.
Message and data rates may apply.
Ever look at your paycheck and think, there's gotta be a better way? Well, here's some news. There is, and I can show it to you. I'm Paula Sajan, star of A&E's hit TV show, Flip This House. My brother and I have taught thousands of people how to start making money in real estate. Now, it's your turn. Next week, we're conducting a free 2-hour educational workshop right here in the Indianapolis area, where you'll hear about my proven flipping systems that help you start flipping homes for profit in your spare time using other people's money, and how to get started flipping the script by putting money in your pocket with income opportunities. Real estate is a powerful tool that has made millions of people wealthy, but you can't start making your first dollar until you take your first step. Come to my free workshop and take advantage of this amazing opportunity. It can mean a lifetime of financial security.
To get 2 free tickets to Paul's workshop, text your 5-digit zip code to 37,000. Seating is extremely limited, so text your 5-digit zip code to 37,000. Text in the next 10 minutes, and you'll also reserve a free copy of Paul's Money for Deals guide. Just text your zip code to 37,000.
John here for my friends at Connecticut. Thank you, Connecticut, Joe, John, and Dennis, for being the official hydration of the JMV Backyard Bourbon broadcast, which, by the way, we got to announce a winner because I believe we got a Friday destination. But first things first, I want to make sure that you in your home have the best water possible. And here's how you do it. You go to one of the 2 Connecticut locations and ask for it too, because the great deals from their customer appreciation days are hanging on just for you right now. We know that you don't have the best water. We can now get you the best water at the best prices of the year. We're hanging on to them just for you right now at the 2 Connecticut locations. Premier Series Water Softener in-home drinking water station, and you'll learn a little bit more about this from a video from me. This incredible leak detection system. I'll give you an example. It shuts your water off automatically if it detects a leak. For me, I've just got some kind of little battery thing underneath my stuff right now that when I need to replace a battery, it starts beeping, and I don't know what it is. So, seriously, I've got to have the help of Connecticut to get the best water, and then to have the peace of mind to make sure that there's no leakage whatsoever. You can have that, too. Get them at the best prices of the year. 2 locations, Northeast Side, Castleton, US 31 and Southport Road, and online, ConnecticutAndy.com right now.
Our customers always tell us how much they love our food. At Nameless Catering, we focus on awesome food and great service. While other companies try and figure out cutesy names or make big claims, we just focus on our food and making parties awesome. At Nameless Catering, we don't play pricing games, which makes it easy to get the final price for your next event. Check out namelesscatering.com to see our full menu. Food so good, it doesn't need a name. Nameless Catering.
A nagging cough, an itchy rash, a slippery bathroom rug, a terrible tumble off a bike. For life's unexpected illnesses and injuries that don't require a trip to the ER, get the care you need really fast. Visit one of the Franciscan Express Care locations. No appointment necessary. Just walk right in 7 days a week from 7 a.m. to 11 p.m. Get in, get out, get better. To find a location near you, visit franciscanexpresscare.org.
Sports Center updates on the Fan are brought to you by Big O Tires. Buy 3, get 1 free on select in-stock tires. Details in store. Offer good through July 7th. Big O Tires, the team you trust.
Soccer Saturday featuring Indy 11. If this is your football, this is your show. Saturday at 9 on The Fan. The Ride with JMV.
2, you always call the shots. Kiss me. You won't regret it.
On FM 107.5 and 1070 The Fan.
I got a hot take for you. What? I think that Stacy would have been a better girlfriend in high school than Linda in Fast Times. Is that a hot take? Stacy was down to get down. But I think Stacy would have been a better girlfriend than Linda. Tell that to Rat. I know. Tell that to Rat. Maybe. All right, I got great news for you. A quick shout out to my friends at Republic. After a week, you finally picked up my garbage. By God, thank you very much. I had DP gnats flying everywhere because we had some fruit, and the fruit was out there. DP gnats were all over the place, all over. And then finally, after a week, since telling me that they were going to come and get it because they missed me last Monday, I got to thank my friends at Republic for finally coming to get it, because I felt last week that I was going to have to dump you guys for best or whatever else. What's the other one? What's the other noted one around here that sponsors everything? You don't know? You're not fully aware, Kyle, of all the options you have in trash removal?
As someone who hasn't had to deal with that, no.
Raise.
That's it.
Raise trash. I think Raise is down in my hood. Best. My neighbor's trying to get me to go with Best. Well, finally, my guys from Republic showed up this morning and got my DP gnats out of here. Oh, there's nothing worse than that. You know what DP gnats are? What do you guys think? What's the over-under here, percentage-wise, where my man Kyle knows what DP gnats are? Be sure you tell him. From Colby in Monroe County, what about Stacy's mom? She had it going on. Yeah, she didn't in this. There's one scene where it shows Stacy's mom, and that's not happening. I mean, hell, Stacy just went down the street, jumped in the car with Ron Johnson, the Pacific Stereo salesman. My man's like the cheapest date of all time. Hey, where do you want to go? Yeah, we can't go out to eat. We're not going to a movie. Let's just go to the Point with my leather jacket and my Datsun 300Z. Ron Johnson. From Emacs, hey, JMV, Harrison Barnes has turned to a free agent now. Would he fit the Pacers? I do not want Harrison Barnes. Harrison Barnes will want to start. Harrison Barnes is no longer a starter, according to me, in the NBA. No Harrison Barnes. No Harrison Barnes, no Ricky Rubio, and no trading up to number 4. JMV, what's the deal on Brett Favre? Is he really coming back? Brett Favre, I'm assuming with this whole I'm coming back to the NFL is trying to sell you something. And it is either Wrangler jeans or Copper Fit. Listen, I've tried everything. There's nothing more worthless than Copper Fit, too. Have you tried Copper Fit? I mean, I might as well go out and buy those eggs, and just wear pantyhose. Seriously. Copper Fit is just like pantyhose. Not that I would know. JMV, do you think Pacer fans will want Chris Paul? No, hell no. Guy screws up everything. He screws up everything. He's like the tiki around Bobby's neck that kept giving everybody bad luck in the Brady Bunch episode when they went to Hawaii. Bad luck. This is a wank. You don't want to. You got a great locker room. Listen, I'm all for adding a wank when the locker room can control the wank, but if you can't control the wank, then you don't want the wank. Chris Paul doesn't seem like a wank that's controllable. So no. Quick break and we'll come back. It is Big 3 weekend coming up, and a part of it is going to be former guy you know well, Muncie Central, Ball State, 10 seasons in the NBA. He is the co-captain for Tri-State last season. He's on a team with Jermaine O'Neal and others in the Big 3 this weekend. Bonzi Wells, scheduled to join us next.
I'm Drew. I think freedom and financial stability go hand in hand.
At KeyBank, we believe it's never too early to start thinking about making financial progress.
As a college student, I run into a lot of expenses, so having a bank that helps me to manage my personal finances helps a lot.
KeyBank's digital tools help you make, then manage your budget, so you always know where you stand.
Budgeting your money isn't always the easiest thing, but by using the KeyBank mobile app and seeing where your money's being spent on a regular basis, it allows you to establish the amount of money that you can put towards different things. And that's more money that you can spend on things that you care about. To have freedom to spend your money the way you want to, the only way you can do that is by being financially stable.
Get $300 when you open a qualifying checking account and set up direct deposit. Offer details at key.com/get300 or your local branch. Must be enrolled in online banking to use the mobile app. Message and data rates from your wireless provider may apply. Key Bank is member FDIC.
Do you have Medicare and Indiana Medicaid? With Anthem Blue Cross Blue Shield, you could be getting so much more. Anthem may provide up to $2,000 towards dental, $0 copays on many prescriptions, and up to $1,320 for over-the-counter healthcare items. Get more out of your Medicare and Medicaid coverage. Switch today. Call 866-649-8826. Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield is an HMO special needs plan with a Medicare contract and a contract with the Indiana Medicaid program. Enrollment in Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield depends on contract renewal.
Hey, Johnny, for Andy Moore, Toyota and Avon, 317-342-0582. Check that. I'm sorry, 0583. There was like a splotch right here, and I missed it. 0583 is the number. That's the sales number. A call right now and ask for Ben Mendoza and say, hey, I heard JMV talking about you. And he was talking about how you could put me into some fantastic vehicles. What about your inventory? How about the 2019 Toyota Highlander? The Highlander, simply put, is just one of the most popular SUVs on the market. And the color is Blizzard Pearl. You shall dig it. We have a 4Runner that's Blizzard Pearl, too. You'll like it. What a great price right now. They have so many different colors, different styles of the Highlander, whatever you're looking for, too. Also, the 4Runner, as I mentioned, 4Runner Limited, they have on the lot and ready to roll. Just talk to Ben, talk to Robert, talk to Scott about how they can get you in a brand new SUV like the Highlander, like the 4Runner, or maybe the Camry or the Camry Hybrid, to save you even more on gas mileage at Indiana's best. Simply put, Andy Moore, Toyota.com. You can browse throughout their inventory or head on out to Avon and tell them I sent you. 5 miles west of 465 on US 36.
June is Men's Health Month, and locally owned Men's Health Solutions is here to help. ED issues? Physicians at Men's Health Solutions offer multiple options, many at a lower price than you find at other local clinics. Just a $75 initial appointment fee that includes a test dose of medication and sample meds with no further commitments. You'll know the same day if it works, so what do you have to lose? ED treatment doesn't have to be expensive. Men's Health Solutions, 317-975-3945. menshealthsolutions.us.
Indiana weather can be extreme in both summer and winter, which is why new windows from Universal Windows Direct, a Midwest company with state-of-the-art technology, will save you money year-round on energy bills. Call 317-659-8191 or go to universalwindowsdirect.com to schedule your free in-home estimate. And right now, for every window you buy, you get the next window free, no limits, and 0% financing for 36 months. Plus, they back it up with a true lifetime warranty. 317-659-8191 or universalwindowsdirect.com. And you'll say, I love my windows.
Hey, it's Mel with Indiana Originals. I wanted to make sure you know that Hoagies and Hops moved to a new family-friendly location. You can find all your favorite grub and get chili water brews on tap at 42nd and Boulevard Place near Butler's campus. Christina, what makes your food so special?
We ship in our bread from South Jersey. The meat, the pickles, and the chips all come from Philly or the PA Dutch country. And we actually use house-shaved Delmonico ribeye on every cheesesteak that you get at the shop.
The 4th annual Hoagie Eating Contest is Saturday. Join the fun and help out our Hoosier veterans. Learn more at hoagiesandhops.com.
I'm always being asked, hey, Ryan, what is your favorite type of loan? And I got to tell you, there's something so special about helping a veteran get into their dream home. Hero.loan.
This is Indy Sports Center. WFNI, WIBC, HD2, W298BV, W228CX, Indianapolis. The NTT IndyCar Series battles Road America. Sunday at noon on FM 107.5, The Fan. The Ride with JMV.
Nachos, lemon heads, my dad's boat. You won't go down cause my...
On FM 107.5 and 1070 The Fan.
Hey, welcome back. Kyle's over there. I'm John. We're trying to figure out stuff for Kyle. You guys are helping educate Kyle, which is always a good thing. Break a little bit earlier. Draft conversation later on this week. Draft coming up on Thursday. We got a lot of rumors floating around out there. Anything goes. Bottom of the hour. Most unfiltered segment in the history of indie radio is coming up at 5:30. So be ready for that. Hey, I'm glad that it's here. For the first time coming up this weekend, the Big Three will be in town at Bankers Life Fieldhouse. You're going to know a lot of these names, and you're going to know, as a part of one of the teams, our next guest from Muncie Central, Ball State, 10 years in the NBA, and Bonzi Wells on the Andy Moore Automotive Group hotline. Hello, Bonzi. How are you?
I'm good, my brother. How you doing?
Good. Now, where do you live these days?
I'm in Indiana. I'm back home in Indiana.
Oh, hell, I didn't know that. I should have known that. I don't know much, though, so that's not surprising.
I don't believe that.
How did you get involved with the Big Three?
A few years ago, Ice Cube, he had a vision, and he reached out to a few of us NBA guys and just kind of told us his vision, and asked us did we want to be a part of it, or could we help him execute it? And he just wanted to get a dozen or so of us to kind of come together and just figure out how we're going to put the league together, things we could or couldn't do. And it just kind of all started working out and coming together. And, we're on year 3 now, and we're just so excited because we didn't really think something like this would take off. And to be able to go in these different arenas, city to city, and get, upwards from 13 to 15,000 fans, it's unbelievable.
It's Bonzi Wells, who's a part of the Tri-State squad, and we'll talk about that with him in just a minute. He's on the Andy Moore Automotive Group hotline. So what did you really think when he pitched? I had him on about a month ago, and we were talking about this, but what did you really think when he first came to you and pitched you this idea?
I mean, obviously, first of all, you're excited that Ice Cube is even talking to you.
There's no doubt about that. I was too, buddy. I was too.
So, he's one of our childhood, rappers and actors that we grew up idolizing. And, when he was just talking to us and just the excitement in his voice and when you talk to him or meet him, just the excitement in his eyes and his mannerisms that he loves basketball. And he really believed in the vision of the Big Three, and he wanted us to be a part of it. So it's something you couldn't say no to.
It's Bonzi Wells with us, too. It seems like there are a lot of games that translate very well to the 3-on-3 aspect that the Big Three puts out there as a product. You, for one, it seems like that this whole thing fits for you like a glove.
Oh, definitely. I mean, definitely when I was younger, it was perfect for my game. Father time waits for no man. And, I'm a little older now. I'm 42, but, I keep my body in the best shape I possibly can, and I still play ball, but these guys are younger. Actually, I don't know if you realize, but we brought the age down to a 27-year-old can play in the league. So imagine how you felt looking at a 40-year-old guy when you were 27. So,
I'm telling you. Well, yeah, but you got the old man moves, though. Now, see, remember back when you were 27 and some old guy would put the old man moves on you, though.
Oh, yeah, I got the old man strength, and that's kind of my weapon that I got in my back pocket. I mean, that's probably all I got left. So, but at 42, after playing so much ball at a high level for so many years, it's just a blessing to get out there and still, bump with the younger guys. And, I'm just thankful every day I'm out on the court.
So Bonzi Wells with us. What's the reception been since day number 1 with every city? And by the way, I want to mention to people, this is the first time that this event has been held in Indy. And I know a lot of you that are from here are very excited about that. But what's been the reception around the country when you drop in for a weekend?
It's been nothing but love, nothing but respect. And people don't really understand as a professional athlete, when the cheering stops, it's a tough transition. And to get back into an arena where they're cheering your name, you're still signing autographs, you're kind of, you're playing basketball at a high level, just doing it again. And, a lot of our kids are older now, and, they get the chance to see their dads play ball again. So it's a win-win, and, it's just exciting. Every city we went to, the reception was awesome. The crowd participation has been awesome. The attendance has been awesome. So, you couldn't ask for a better, first 2 years, and we're looking forward to year 3.
On your team, Jermaine O'Neal, Amari Stoudemire, Nate Robinson, Jason Richardson, I think I'm forgetting somebody here. But anyway, and you're coached by Dr. J, which is pretty damn sweet, too.
Oh man, it's awesome. I mean, Doc, he's the coolest guy I've ever met. I mean, he's just so smooth. He's laid back. I mean, he's everything that you see on TV and more. And he brings a great temperament to our team. And like you mentioned, we have Jermaine O'Neal, Amari, Nate Robinson, Jason Richardson, Diawara. So, we got some still guys that can still play a little bit, almost just barely out of their prime. So, we're excited this year, and we want to make a run for the championship. And, having a guy like Doc leading the way, I mean, it's just been an awesome experience.
So how does this thing go from time to time? How do you guys, when you guys come here, what will people see, I guess, Bonzi, when they go down to Bankers Life this weekend?
I mean, it's not like the first year, because the first 2 years we had 8 teams, so we had to squeeze in 4 games, and that's a long time for people to sit in the stands, you know, especially just for a 3-on-3 games. I mean, it's something upwards of 3 hours sometimes. So we've shortened the game. We have 6 teams coming here, and we'll have 6 teams in Detroit, and we'll play 3 games. And it's high level basketball. It's different. It's a new concept, so people might look at it and view it differently, but you got to give it a chance and just understand, we're out here, we're still professional athletes. We can compete at a high level. We may not be able to jump and move like we once did when we were younger, but, just to be able to come out here and put something, on like this in Indy is awesome. And, I've been lobbying from day one to get it here, and I was just so thankful that they finally granted me, the opportunity to bring it to Indiana, because I'm just trying to make them understand we're a basketball state. We love this. And they brought it, and I'm expecting a great crowd out come Sunday afternoon.
I agree with this too, because I know that you and I know that Andre, you guys have both been really heavily involved in lobbying and trying to get this at Bankers Life Fieldhouse.
Oh yeah. I mean, I played a little bit. Andre played a little bit at Bankers, and if you know Andre, he's a worker bee. I'm so proud of him. He's worked hard for everything he's gotten in this league, and for him to be named the captain, I was just all about, his work ethic and the type of guy he is. And, I look forward to seeing his team, bringing back guys like Greg Oden. That's going to be awesome for him, just getting back out there, because I know basketball is very therapeutic. And, we have Brandon Rush coming. We have Robert Vaden, who is a local star. So, he has a good team, and I'm proud of him, and I'm excited to see that team on the court.
Hey, here's Bonzi Wells with us. So do you play a lot of basketball, just pick up basketball still, or is this about it, what you're doing now?
No, I still play. I have a son that's 19, and, he keeps me young.
Right.
I try to get out there and play with him and his friends, and we still play. We still have pro pickups where a lot of our guys come home for the summer, our professional guys overseas and the NBA guys, and we kind of get together a couple days a week for basketball and a couple more days a week for individual training. So, I'm just the old guy in the gym talking trash to him, just trying to put him up on game and just trying to tell him some of the things that I've been through, and just maybe if I can help one of them not make some of the mistakes, I made, or if I tell them something that's going to help them, create an opportunity for themselves. That's kind of what it's all about, being the old guy in the gym.
Yeah, the Big Three's coming this weekend to Bankers Life Fieldhouse. It's going to be a blast. I would advise everybody to go. And Bonzi Wells of Muncie Central, of Ball State, 10 years in the NBA, joins us now in the Andy Moore Automotive Group hotline. Give me some really solid, positive reflection from your 10 years. I know you put 43 up once upon a time, I believe, in the postseason back in the early 2000s. That had to be solid. But other moments that really you relish now that the NBA period of your career is over?
Well, first of all, it was 45.
I'm sorry, dude. God dang it.
Come on.
See, I'm telling you, I don't know anything, Bonzi. I don't know a damn thing.
Well, honestly, man, if you know me, man, I'm a very humble dude, man. And, coming from Muncie, playing ball at Ball State, not really being a worldly type of guy, I didn't ever think it was something possible for me. So I just totally remember the day I got drafted, and just after all the hard work that Coach McCollum told me would pay off for me if I buy into a system at Ball State, and I did. And I just remember, my first 5 years in Portland, I've had so many amazing teammates. I played with Hall of Famers. I played with some of the best guys, who ever played the game, and we made some deep runs in the playoffs. So I remember that time, the good and the bad. I mean, I know they, maybe wrote or said some bad stuff about us, but that's just growing pains, what you go through. But the basketball stuff was pure, and it was fun. And, when I played a couple years in Houston, we got a chance to play with the great Yao Ming and Tracy McGrady. That was always cool. And just traveling around, just seeing the world was just awesome. I was just, so happy that my basketball talent did that for me. But if it wasn't for a lot of prayers from my family and friends and, even some luck, I wouldn't have been able to do it. So I was just thankful for every day.
Yeah, I remember your Trailblazer squad just always with these great battles against the Lakers back in the day. That's what I remember in the postseason.
Oh yeah, it was crazy. Just going against Kobe and Shaq, and just kind of being in LA with that whole LA vibe, and me being an Indiana boy, a Muncie guy. We never was about that glitz and glamour. And just kind of being thrown in there, Western Conference Finals or whatever on that spotlight, it was amazing. But as a hooper, you this is what you work for, and then you want to go against the best. You want to test yourself against the best, and that's just what it's always been for me. You know, I respect you to a certain extent, but I respect me more, so I didn't care who I was playing against, and I just kind of gave myself a chance, and we always came up short, but, you know, we competed at a high level and made those guys earn everything they got.
I look at, you were drafted, 11th overall? Was that 98, Bonzi? Because, again, I don't know very much. But yeah. You look at some of the names in front. I mean, you had as good a career as a lot of these dudes. I know that you got a couple of Hall of Famers right there in front of you, but I'm thinking about this. We got a bunch of local kids that are about ready to go through a similar process in a couple of days with the NBA draft. What were you thinking back in 98 about your draft status going into that incredible night for you?
Well, you know, it's so different now because the information superhighway is out there. You got to think, we didn't really have internet back then like that. And, you know, you didn't really have mock drafts and people telling you where you're going to go. So it was all word of mouth. So I didn't really understand the process because I was just so, you know, I was a fish out of water, obviously, when it came to the business of it. I didn't understand it. And all you can do is just kind of trust people telling you things. And I just was the type of guy that just never really trusted what people had to say. You know, you got to show me. So when they tell me I was going lottery, I truly didn't believe it. I was praying for it. Don't get me wrong, but until it happened, I didn't understand it. And I just remember the day I got the call from this guy. And he was like, "Well, hey, we want to invite you to the draft. You're one of the top guys that's going to get drafted." And that's when, you know, the mindset changed, and I was just so happy and excited. I was thankful that I was going to be able to help my community, my family, my friends, everything. I just knew that everything was going to change, and I was going to be the cause of it.
Yeah, that's how'd you celebrate getting drafted? Night of.
Well, it was funny. I got drafted in Vancouver, and as soon as I got drafted, they put me on an all-night flight to Detroit, so I didn't even get a chance to party at all. And I didn't have a party till I got back home to Muncie, but I wasn't even thinking party. It was just so much coming at me. Yeah. It was just such a haze. I don't really remember flying to Detroit.
Yeah. When did the NBA slow down for you officially?
It didn't never really slow down for me. You know, I was at the point where I had such a bad rap from my Portland days and the bad boy stuff, and I was just a part of that group in 2009, 2010, where they was getting all the bad boys out, and I was just in that group. So, you know, and I hated that the bad boy rap stayed with me my whole career. But if you know me, I'm nothing like that. But I'm a competitor. So I play hard, so I think that just kind of scared people off towards the end of my career. But I was so thankful. You know, I went to college 4 years, got my degree, played professional ball, 10, 12 years, played a couple years overseas. So I had a nice career, and I was just thankful for every day because it could have been zero, you know?
Yeah, I think about this, too, with the Portland image that you're talking about and you're saying got tagged to you as well. Can you imagine that type of situation with, you mentioned, the information, the social media, all the ways, Twitter, whatever. If that did exist today with that in mind, that would have been incredible. I mean,
it would have been totally different because back then you couldn't say nothing against the league.
I guess you're right. Yeah.
Because if you say anything, you're gonna get that $25,000 fine of conduct detrimental to the league, and they have so many different wide variables up under that, so they can put it. They can spin it however they want to, so you really couldn't say nothing. You couldn't say nothing about bad refereeing. You couldn't say nothing about these people writing these horrible articles about you, and it's totally false. They're just making it up. So people who don't know you, all they can do is read it and form their opinion. So it just kind of was what it was. But now these guys can speak up like, hey, that's a lie. That did not happen. These guys are lying on me. So
How much of that stuff did you get tagged with in the day, just being a part of that team in general?
All of it. I mean, because it groups all of us together. It stays with us. They just put us all together. So if you look at even my career, I never got in trouble off the court. I never got none of that stuff. I just got technical fouls on the court, which was whatever. If you're competing, you might get some technical fouls, but they just kind of group us all together. And some of the stuff guys are getting in trouble for was nothing. It was like the minorest of the minor, but they almost kind of played it like we were jaywalking with the intent to kill. That's kind of how they put the spin on it. And we was like, man, but you couldn't say nothing. So you kind of just had to take it on the chin and just be like, hey, I'm here to hoop. I ain't getting caught up in all that. Not knowing, how this stuff will, make people think about you, the masses, you don't think about it. So that's kind of what, our fault, looking back on it. But now these guys got an opportunity to have a voice, and that's cool.
It's Bonzi Wells, Big 3, coming up this weekend. He's on the Andy Moore Automotive Group hotline. How many more years do you have, you think, as a part of the Big 3? Can you get to 50 on us? You gonna get to 50?
Oh, no.
Come on now. Come
on. I'm too old now. Sometimes you just want to step aside, give another guy an opportunity. And I committed to 3 years, and I will. Just depend on how this year go.
Yeah.
And if this year go well for me, I would think about coming back. But other than that, I'm just thankful to be out here to play for 3 years. I've been through a lot, and to be able to get out here is awesome. And I'm a survivor of a heart attack 18 months ago. And just to be able to play ball again for me is awesome. So I'm thankful for every day.
I was going to ask you about that, too, because a friend of mine just actually tweeted me a picture of you at a Pacer game, and I was reminded of that. How is your health right now?
My health is good. I'm thankful. I don't have a heart issue. I have a blood clotting issue that was undiagnosed. So I know now that I have a blood clotting, and it could have been a lot worse. It could have went to my head and gave me an aneurysm. It could have give me a stroke. It could have been a whole lot of different things. So I was thankful that I had a heart attack. We caught it, and now I can do all my proper treatment. So as long as I take my medicine and exercise and do the right thing, I'm fine.
There you go. And and besides the Big 3, what else are you doing?
Well, I'm a coach. I coach at Muncie Central. I got an opportunity to coach my alma mater. Man, I don't know if you remember Chandler Thompson, the great Chandler Thompson.
Yep.
So we took over the program.
See, I don't know anything, I guess. When did you start? Why did I not remember that? What the hell's wrong with me?
Yeah, we took over the program 2 years ago, so we're going on our 3rd year, and it's been awesome. Giving back to the community, messing with the kids, just kind of getting back. So it's awesome.
Man, it's like that you guys are up there in Muncie in a bubble, and I don't know jack squat about you. That's terrible. That is just awful on my part.
We like to sneak under the radar. Hopefully, we can have a great year and win the state championship again.
Hey, who had the higher vertical in the prime, you or Chandler?
I mean, we call him Showtime at home. So, Showtime definitely had a higher vertical. I mean, his vertical was different. It was almost looked like he was flying. So, his looked a lot sweeter than mine. I was probably a little longer just lengthwise, but he definitely had a higher and a smoother vertical than me.
Did he really jumped over the urban legend is true, right? Where he jumped over a Honda at a pickup game?
Oh, yeah. Oh, no, it was a tournament. Growing up, we had a lot of inner city tournaments that were outdoors, and we lived for those things, and we would always have a dunk contest or maybe a 3-point contest. And I remember a friend of mine pulled his Honda on the car, and Chandler jumped over it and dunked, and it was the craziest thing we ever saw. I think this was like 88, before people was even thinking about doing stuff like that, and it was just crazy. So yeah, I was there front row. That really happened.
Man. See, can you imagine? That thing would get viewed like 10 million times if you had YouTube now, if you had that on video.
Oh, my goodness. He would have had a following that would have been crazy.
Hey, we all remember, though, Bonzi, Muncie basketball, high school-wise, and how good. How is it today compared to when you played, and maybe even going back a little bit further when Chandler played? Because I remember watching, Chandler's team with Sam Long and that group in 1988. And it was like an absolute one of the best high school games I've ever seen. Was in Muncie Central in Concord in 1988. How's basketball, high school-wise, compare in Muncie today than the way that it was, 25, 30 years ago?
It's totally different. I think it's different across the country. I mean, you really don't have that many kids even coming out for basketball like it used to be. Like basketball used to be life for us growing up, and these kids really just kind of play it because they don't love it. I don't think they love it like they should. You have some that do. So out of the 100%, I'm gonna say you have 30 or 40% of kids that really love it and really want to give their all to it, and you have the other 60 that just kind of, kind of straddling the fence. See, back when we were growing up, basketball was life. The crowd would come out and see us. We were winning. We put a good product on the court. So now these guys they're so cool with each other. They don't care about winning or losing. This is like, oh, it's whatever. And fans, true basketball fans, don't love that. And we're trying to change the narrative around there. We're trying to put a product out there where these guys are really competing every night and trying to win. And we got better from year 1 to year 2, and we're just looking forward to a good year 3.
That is awesome. Absolutely awesome. I got to have you on more too, man. We're going to keep you around and have you on more because, that's an awesome discussion right there. It really isn't. I mean, I think about the same thing, Bonzi, with Anderson, and I think a lot of what we talk about is the loss of industry around there too, because you had all these incredible rivalries, high school wise, and a lot of those high schools no longer in existence.
Yeah, and it's killing. And like you said, when you don't have no company, no jobs around there, that just really makes it tough because people are really moving away. So a lot of our talent has moved away from Muncie and surrounding cities and everywhere because if there's no jobs, you got to go where the jobs are. So that's just tough. It's been unfortunate for our city.
It's a Muncie Central coach, former Muncie Central player, former Ball State player, former 10-year NBAer, and present Big Threeer. Coming up this week, you got a lot. See, you got a lot going on. You act like you're some old man out here now. Come on, you got a lot going on.
These kids keep me young. You know, you got to mess with the youth if you want to stay young. So I get it. I get it now.
Hey, you didn't get it back in the day though. You just thought, what's this old man trying to tell me? Didn't you?
I promise. I apologize to my father so much because I find myself saying all the things my dad used to say to me. So it's like, and he just be looking at me and just giving me a certain look, like I told you so, son. So it's funny. So. I know why I do it now because, you know, each one teach one. I believe in that motto, and I just be happy I can really be around the young guys and, you know, fit in a little bit.
Hey, well done, too. And it's going to be fantastic coming up this weekend on Sunday, Bankers Life Fieldhouse. Big Three will be there. And I want you guys to watch for Tri-State because Bonzi Wells will be a part of it. And he's our guest on the Andy Moore Automotive Group hotline. We're going to keep in touch with you as well and see how the high school season is going for you. We'll check back in sooner rather than later, okay?
Okay, cool. I really appreciate you gentlemen having me on, and come support the Big Three.
And we'll see you at the Pacer game sometime soon. We'll do that too.
Yes, sir. All
right, thank you, Bonzi. Bonzi Wells on the Andy Moore Automotive Group hotline. That was awesome. I like that. That was a fun conversation. And I'm glad his health is better too. Why did I just brain fade that he was at Muncie Central? I don't know. How would I have not remembered that? I did, however, remember Chandler Thompson jumping over the damn Honda. I think actually Chandler's been on the show before, not this one, but the other one, and told the story. Most people believe that to be an urban legend. That is absolutely true. And awesomely true. All right, quick break and we'll come back. You want to do some unfiltered call-in segment here at 239-1070? All right, let me get you updated on stuff. Rumors regarding the Pacers in the draft having interest in trading up to number 4. The Pacers having an interest, are you ready? Not the most interesting aspect of free agency, but an interest in Ricky Rubio. On that, too. So we are 0 for 2 going on here. So we got that working. We've got the Harrison Barnes story, the Chris Paul story, and a lot more. But we're going to do some anything goes right now. 239-1070. 239-1070. It's whatever you want. Most unfiltered segment in the history of indie radio is coming up on the other side. We'll announce our Backyard Bourbon broadcast party number 1 winner for Friday coming up in a minute as well. And we'll give you Buck Cherry ticket opportunities. My way, your way, anything goes at 239-1070 next.
Are kids better off in an intact family? You bet they are. This is Joe Cordell of the domestic litigation firm Cordell & Cordell. Kids living in a household with married parents do better in school, they're emotionally healthier, and they're more likely to stay out of trouble with the law. If you're in a troubled marriage, of course you should do everything you can to save your marriage, if only for your kids' sake. This includes considering alternatives to divorce. Of course, in some circumstances, divorce is unavoidable. In either case, if you're a man facing a crisis in your marriage, let us help you at Cordell & Cordell. Remember, we're the partner men can count on.
Contact the domestic litigation firm of Cordell & Cordell to schedule an appointment with one of our firm's Indianapolis area attorneys. A partner men can count on. 317-322-0122. Or visit online at CordellCordell.com. That's CordellCordell.com. Office in downtown Indianapolis. Cordell & Cordell. 101 West Ohio Street, Suite 1100, Indianapolis, Indiana 46204.
For a great time on the water, take a midweek staycation at Four Winds Lakeside Inn and Marina on beautiful Lake Monroe. From wave runners to pontoon boats, Four Winds has over 50 rental boats for a super fun day on the water. While you're there, enjoy hiking, mini golf, and heated indoor-outdoor pool. Book that midweek staycation today. 3 nights for just $249. You can book online at fourwindslakeside.com or call 812-824-BOAT. Four Winds Lakeside Inn and Marina. Tell them JMV sent you.
When it comes to wings, everybody knows size does matter. And no one knows it better than Wings Etc. Grill and Pub. Wings Etc. has the biggest, meatiest, award-winning jumbo wings in town. Choose from 22 signature wing sauces, including our crazy hot habanero-based wall sauce. And it doesn't stop at jumbo wings. Wings Etc. size does matter half-pound lunch specials are available weekdays from 11 till 2. Huge entrees like premium made-to-order burgers, grilled chicken wraps, pulled pork and tenderloin sandwiches, and traditional or boneless wings. Want to grab a brew or mixed drink while you watch the game? Check out our daily beer and cocktail specials. And now, when you can't eat here, order online for pickup at to-go.wingsetc.com. All your favorite menu items available from your smartphone, tablet, or computer. It's fast, easy, and convenient. Wings Etc. Grill and Pub. Good food, great times. And online ordering at to-go.wingsetc.com.
Visit our 12 Indianapolis area locations and find us online at wingsetc.com.
Hey, John, for Diamonds Direct, make sure you do it right. 2019 is your year of engagement. Man, don't screw this up. Just don't do it. You have to own it the rest of your life. Go to Diamonds Direct and get it done right by talking to Brad and the gang over there about what they have to offer, which is the widest selection, the largest selection, the deepest selection you're going to find in a place around here. It's one-stop shopping, and what they offer you is incredible. And the price tag is one thing. The warranties and the guarantees are another. Here's one more for you, too. The education you get, because, you know, a lot of these people in this particular business don't want you to know what's going on. But Diamonds Direct, they educate you. They want you to know. And with that, it explains to you, defines to you just how good they are. So absolutely perfect. 2019 is your year of engagement. It's one-stop shopping in one place and one place only. That is Diamonds Direct. Keystone at the Crossing.
And now, a thought from Geico Motorcycle. It took you 15 minutes to order a California roll in California.
Yes, 1 California roll, please. All right.
And be severely underwhelmed by the California roll experience.
Excuse me, is this fresh-caught crab stick?
To add insult to injury, you could have used those 15 California roll minutes to switch your motorcycle insurance to Geico.
Ah, well then.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on motorcycle insurance.
Looking for a jackhammer of a deal? At Tom Wood Ford's Road Construction Inventory Reduction Sales Event, we're bulldozing prices. 2019 Fiestas under 10 grand. 2019 Escapes from $17,995. 2018 EcoSport $16,995. Up to $17,000 off MSRP for 2019 F-150 pickup trucks. All with lifetime powertrain coverage. Tom Wood Ford, the home of guaranteed credit. Interest rates as low as 0. Tom Wood Ford's Road Construction Inventory Reduction Sales Event.
We're paving the way to great deals now through June 30th. You have Medicare and Indiana Medicaid? With Anthem Blue Cross Blue Shield, you could be getting so much more. Anthem may provide up to $2,000 towards dental, $0 copays on many prescriptions, and up to $1,320 for over-the-counter healthcare items. Get more out of your Medicare and Medicaid coverage. Switch today. Call 866-649-8826. Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield is an HMO special needs plan with a Medicare contract and a contract with the Indiana Medicaid program. Enrollment in Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield depends on contract renewal.
The worst part about my job, I'm supposed to retire someday. Hi, this is Larry at Howald Heating, Air, and Plumbing. What about my customers, the people I work with, my wife and kids? After 40 years of looking at thousands of furnaces and air conditioners, always having my dad's spirit and my mom's support, I realized quickly I'm the luckiest guy in the world. So you should turn to the experts at Carrier for the finest equipment available, installed safely in your home by the best mechanics in the business. Retire? Not this guy. I'm staying at Howald Heating, Air, and Plumbing. We're coming home. Never felt so good.
The Ride with JMV.
Awesome! Totally awesome! All right, Hamilton.
On FM 107.5 and 1070 The Fan.
That was good. Bonzi Wells was really good. Big Three is going to be fun. Hey, go down Sunday and make sure that thing gets back here. It's going to be on CBS too, but you want to make sure that they come back. Bonzi's team
Again, Jermaine O'Neal, Amari Stoudemire, Nate Robinson, Jason Richardson, and it's coached by Dr. J. They have many teams. I'll give you one more. This is, what's this one called right here? Three-Headed Monsters, Rashard Lewis, Reggie Evans, Mahmoud Abdul-Rauf, the former back in the day Chris Jackson, if you remember, if you're that old, Larry Sanders, Mario Chalmers, Trey Simmons. They're coached by Gary Payton. But now that'd be a good time coming up on Sunday. I really enjoyed that. Podcast Bonzi Wells, 1070thefan.com. Buck Cherry tickets to give away. And coming up in a couple of minutes, I will announce our first Backyard Bourbon broadcast has been selected. We're going to Noblesville. Noblesville, here we come. I'll explain in a couple of minutes. But as anything goes, the most unfiltered segment in the history of indie radio is right now at 239-1070. Line 1, you are on the air. Who's this?
Hey, JMV, this is Jacob.
Hello, Jacob. Go ahead.
All right, so you had Bonzi on. I'm telling you right now, Ball State will be in the NCAA tournament in 2 years. I'm calling that right now.
You're calling the shot of Ball State into the NCAA tournament in 2 years. Okay.
Correct. Got a great recruiting class coming in with Luke Bumbleau, Lucas Crofton. We have big man Ben Hendricks all the way from Canada.
They were a little bit disappointed. They were disappointing a little bit this year, weren't they? And now they finished.
I mean, injuries got us and all, but hey.
Yeah.
It happens.
Yeah, it does. There's no question. I agree. What else you got?
Hey, that's it. Take it easy, JMB.
Thank you very much. Ball State in 2 years, back in the NCAA tournament. Anything goes. Line 2, you're on the air. Who's this? Hello, you're on the air. Hello, you're on the air.
Hey, Jay, can you hear me, champion? How you doing, bud?
I got you. Go ahead.
Hey, man, just had a quick question for you because we got a big NBA draft coming up.
Yes.
We got Kevin Pritchard, got so much on the table, big season. My question to you is, do you think that maybe the Pacers will go ahead and maybe, I don't know, give up a second or third round pick? Because I'm telling you, this prospect from Kentucky, Tyler Hero, is a sharpshooter. This guy's going to go at 14 or 15. He's not going to get down to 18 where the Pacers are.
You got to help me out. You got to sell me on Tyler Hero because I'm not a fan. Why should I be a fan?
Dude, I mean, he would be a perfect compliment for Vic. I mean, he's over 40% from three-point range at Kentucky. He's going to be right there on the perimeter. I think he's not like a Jimmer Fredette or anything like that, but I just think that he's got the assets and the skill set to go ahead and really kind of, make a role for himself.
And he can provide what's necessary, you think, immediately? Can he get rotational minutes and give you what you need immediately, or is this a project of a couple of years?
Not immediately. I'm sorry for interrupting, but I think he will be on a fast track, faster than, a TJ Leaf or anything like that. I just think he'll be a great bench player. That's all.
Tyler Hero, thank you very much for the call. You got to sell me on Tyler Hero. Anything goes. You're up next on the air. Who's this? Go ahead.
This Alfred, how do you expect we're going to have any kind of people want to come to these Indiana teams if every road is closed?
Wait a minute. How are we getting around? Every damn road is closed. You're right. How are we getting around?
The long way.
Well, I think you're right. If there's not an orange cone on the road that you're on right now, right? You're the luckiest to be there. Every road is closed.
You got down south of IU, up north of going to Purdue.
Yeah.
Going up towards Anderson. How do you expect us to get any kind of picks or anybody notable if they can't even get to the game on time?
State of Indiana Highway Department, how could we have a top-notch, elite-level Eastern Conference threat with the Pacers when nobody wants to come here because you can't drive anywhere? That's what you're saying.
Yeah.
How you going to live in Geist and get down here in under 2 hours is what you're saying.
Yeah. It's kind of funny that they put us on this pedestal that we're great this and great that. Yes, of course, but the simple things, getting there.
It shouldn't take you 2 hours to get here from Carmel.
Right, and I understand why we just didn't build a train to begin with.
We need a train. What is the red line? What is that? A bus or a train? That's a bus.
It's a hitchhiking of our taxpayer money. Because
Wait a minute. It's a bus though. It's not connected to anything. It's just like a regular bus.
Yes. The crazy part is the tracks. If you go down there by the city county building, the tracks are trying to expose and tell them, "I'm coming up anyway." You can barely miss rails downtown because they can't cover the tracks up from over 50 years ago. It's ridiculous.
We can't get it. We can't have a free agency period here if we don't have any roads open. God dang it! You're right. You're right. Thank you for the call. I appreciate that. Hey, by the way, I don't interrupt everybody. Some people, just not everybody. JMV, did you show up at Italian Fest? I did. It was packed. It was like elbow to a-hole with everybody at Italian Fest. I mean, you couldn't walk with a 500-degree square of lasagna and 3 Peronis in your hand easily. Anything goes at 239-1070. Line 2, who's this?
This is Gary from Lafayette.
Gary in Lafayette, go.
Hey, man, since you're a Greene County boy, what's your favorite strip pit to fish down there?
You know what? I'm not the biggest fisherman in the world, man. You believe
you
that?
Had to fish some living in that.
I mean, back in the day, I went to Boggs often. Boggs. Yeah, Boggs Lake. Yeah, it's not too far from my house. But, yeah, I mean, I'm not too much. I was more of, party by the bonfire, by the pool kind of guy.
Hang out at Reservoir 26 or something like that.
Yeah, but seriously, Boggs is probably the most frequented by me. Yeah.
Yeah, I've been there a few times.
Yeah, I like a little West Boggs part.
From Greene County, you had to fish.
Well, you know what? I haven't yet, and I need to. I've promised myself in the past that I would start it and relax a little bit more, but I just haven't yet. But you're right, I need to. There's no doubt.
Oh, well, hell, you need me to guide for you then.
I need a little fishing guide, and you let me know.
Yeah.
Let me know when I say that I'm going to go fishing for the first time, and I'll let you guide me through the stripper pits. We'll go down to Duggar, like the Sullivan and Green line. We'll go down there where it's really good. All right?
Oh, yeah. That sounds good. I'll write you a note or something.
I'll be here. Thank you for the call. I got to start fishing. I do. I don't fish. I like eating seafood. I don't know. It's different. I mean, if you go to Florida and you deep sea fish, that's fun. If I'm going to go throw a bobber and a hook in a pond to catch a bluegill, or if I'm going to go with some of you hillbillies to noodle, I'm never doing that. Line 3's anything goes. Who's this?
Hey, JMV. Scott from the South Side.
Scott from the South Side. Go ahead.
Yeah. First wanted to respond to a couple of calls ago. Tyler Hero. I'm not quite sure about that. I don't see that.
That's going to be a tough one to sell on me right there. Yeah.
So no doubt about it. Second question. I've been having this debate lately. What is your favorite scene from Fast Times at Ridgemont High outside of the BB Case infamous daily?
Let me think about that for a moment. I love the scene, and it probably doesn't go well with today's PC climate, but the scene where Spicoli's dreaming of the surfing title, that's one of the better scenes of the 80s, I think, right there. So it's probably that, but I mean, it's so overwhelmed by the Phoebe Cates scene. I'm telling you, there was nothing more perfect than that. I mean, that was perfection. You can't get any better than that. You can't, and that's why it's so tough to deal with. And really, I think Phoebe Cates in that scene gives all nude scenes a run for its money. I don't think there's any better nude scene in the history of film than that, and that's saying a lot. Yeah.
Oh, totally agree. Totally on board with that. All right. Thanks, JMV.
Yeah, you call anytime. Thank you. I think Phoebe Cates coming out of the pool in Fast Times is likely the best nude scene of all time in film. I mean, it was. It is. Hey, anything goes before the break. Who's this?
Eddie.
I'm here. What's up?
Hey. I know you don't. I'm a big fan.
What did he just say? He's a big fan, and he hung up on me. That's familiar. All right. Quick break. We'll come back. Race of the day coming up. Harrah's Hoosier Park, race of the day, where we're going on Friday. It's in Noblesville, I'll tell you that. Our first Backyard Bourbon broadcast brought to you by Evan Williams, Connecticut Water and Wings, etc. The first one is on Friday. It's in Noblesville. I'll tell you where we're going, who's home, whose backyard, what type of party we're going to have, and somebody's going to win Buck Cherry tickets. In fact, let's do that right now. Buck Cherry, 239-1070, inside Deluxe, Murat Old National Center. It's an intimate environment for a very loud band. Buck Cherry tickets, 239-1070. Number 7 is going. Thank you, Jimmy and the friends over at the Murat as well. Back with you next.
Join us Thursday, July 4th for the IPL Downtown Freedom Fest. Kids will love the Royal Penn Entertainment Kids area with face painting, carnival games, and more. Details at 1070thefan.com.
Your anniversary is a special occasion. Celebrate it with a unique gift of fine jewelry created by Shane Company's own world-class design team. We have hundreds of anniversary rings with natural diamonds, rubies, and sapphires. Our exclusive pendants always get compliments. Choose from a variety of classic and modern styles. Or select the perfect tennis bracelet. We hand-match each stone to achieve consistent sparkle. Whether it's been 1 year, 20 years, 50 or more, come to Shane Company to shop the largest selection of jewelry in the widest range of prices. With our superior quality standards, your anniversary gift is made to last forever. And with the best warranty in the business, no one makes a lifetime commitment to your lifetime commitment like Shane Company. Now you have a friend in the jewelry business. Shane Company and ShaneCo.com.
Message and data rates may apply.
Ever look at your paycheck and think, there's gotta be a better way? Well, here's some news. There is, and I can show it to you. I'm Paula Sajan, star of A&E's hit TV show, Flip This House. My brother and I have taught thousands of people how to start making money in real estate. Now it's your turn. Next week, we're conducting a free 2-hour educational workshop right here in the Indianapolis area, where you'll hear about my proven flipping systems that help you start flipping homes for profit in your spare time using other people's money, and how to get started flipping the script by putting money in your pocket with income opportunities. Real estate is a powerful tool that has made millions of people wealthy, but you can't start making your first dollar until you take your first step. Come to my free workshop and take advantage of this amazing opportunity. It can mean a lifetime of financial security.
To get 2 free tickets to Paul's workshop, text your 5-digit zip code to 37,000. Seating is extremely limited, so text your 5-digit zip code to 37,000. Text in the next 10 minutes, and you'll also reserve a free copy of Paul's Money for Deals guide. Just text your zip code to 37,000.
Hey, John here for 1 Hour Heating and Air Conditioning. That's 844-1-HOUR. 844-1-HOUR. 1 Hour Heating and Air Conditioning, your HVAC unit overworked, underobserved. Make sure that you get my friends in there to fix this thing up before it really gets hot and humid and before you're really battling what summertime really is about around here, because you know that's coming. I just want to make sure that you got peace of mind and you're good to go. And so do my friends at 1 Hour Heating and Air Conditioning at a great price to get you over there. And if anything is wrong, they will fix it right then and right there. You're not going to find any better service anywhere than 1 Hour Heating and Air Conditioning. That's 844-1-HOUR. Tell them I sent you. 844-1-HOUR today.
June is Men's Health Month, and locally owned Men's Health Solutions is here to help. ED issues? Physicians at Men's Health Solutions offer multiple options, many at a lower price than you find at other local clinics. Just a $75 initial appointment fee that includes a test dose of medication and sample meds with no further commitments. You'll know the same day if it works, so what do you have to lose? ED treatment doesn't have to be expensive. Men's Health Solutions, 317-975-3945. menshealthsolutions.us.
All right, we're ready. The Harrah's Hoosier Park race of the day. Here's your rundown. Kim has shoes. She's key. Rolling C to Kimberly Mosier. Johnny O'Keefe goes with Cardiac Fashion. Blue Ridge Dock and Scratched gets that. Sean Patrick Turley gets Putnam's Attack. Josh Shepard goes with Endeavor's King. Robert Quinlan gets Cowboy Mathis. Free Spinning Josh Riggin, and Graydon Hood goes with Little Bitty Legend. Let's roll it, Kyle, the Harrah's Hoosier Park race of the day.
The following is presented by the Indiana Standard Bred Breed Development Program. From Harrah's Hoosier Park Racing and Casino, it's time for the harness race of the day on FM 107.5 and 1070 The Fan.
They're off then, pacing, going for the lead. Cardiac Fashion from the outside. Cowboy Mathis to the inside. Shushevsky comes out in third. Putnam's Attack looking for a spot in fourth. Rolling Sea is fifth. Endeavor's King sixth. Into the turn, Free Spin is seventh. And Little Bitty Legend trails the field eighth. They settle in straight alignment as they march on over to the opening quarter. On top, Mike Sting and Cowboy Mathis take the field by the opening quarter and even 28. Cardiac Fashion right there second. Shushevsky next in third. Putnam's Attack follows closely in fourth. Then it's a break of some 2 lengths to Rolling Sea fifth. Moving to the outside, Endeavor's King sixth. Seventh, Free Spin, and trailing the field, Little Bitty Legend as they race on over to the half. And on top of the field, Cowboy Mathis still there by 2. Cardiac Fashion is second. Racing third, Shushevsky halfway home, 56-2. Around the turn on the outside, Endeavor's King picking up that cover is Free Spin as they race around the far turn and getting away by 3 lengths now is Cowboy Mathis. Cardiac Fashion is second. Third, Shushevsky to the outside. Putnam's Attack fourth. Buried to the inside, Rolling Sea. Stacked up third over Endeavor's King. They come to the top of the stretch. It's Cowboy Mathis through 3/4, 24-2. Cardiac Fashion's coming at him on the outside. Shushevsky racing third. Rolling Sea to the inside. Putnam's Attack to the outside. Endeavor's King on a grandstand side has open road and closing on Cowboy Mathis. Cowboy Mathis, Endeavor's King will not get there. Cowboy Mathis home in 152-2 over Endeavor's King and Putnam's Attack.
Just minutes from Indy off I-69 in Anderson, Harrah's Hoosier Park has standard-bred horse racing through November 9th, thanks in part to the Indiana Standard-Bred Breed Development Program. And keep listening for your chance to win with Harrah's Hoosier Park Harness Race of the Day on FM 107.5 and 1070 The Fan.
Angels, Cardinals, Sunday Night Baseball. The coverage begins at 6 on FM 107.5, The Fan. The Ride with JMV. FM 107.5 and 1070 The Fan.
Harrah's Hoosier Park Race of the Day. Robert Quillam is the winner. Cowboy Mathis, Endeavor's King, Putnam's Attack, 1, 2, 3 right there. The payout, 5,260, 340. The exact 149.60. $110.96 for the superfecta. The try goes 123.90. The Harrah's Hoosier Park Race of the Day. All right. Backyard Bourbon Broadcast number 1 is coming up on Friday. We have 3 of these, now 4, because we're going to do one for everybody coming up at the end of summer, I think. We're going to go to the, thinking about going down there this weekend just for me, but we're going to go to the Four Winds Lakeside Inn and Marina with Tony down there, and we are going to do one big one there for all of us. Just one big blowout coming up during the summer, but we do 3 in your backyard. Do 3. This is the first on Friday. We're going to Noblesville. If you know Matt Parks, anybody out there know Matt Parks from Noblesville? Because we are going to go to his house, do this show. I'm bringing all the adult beverages courtesy of my friends at Evan Williams. Got to thank you, Brent. Thank you, Randy. Always a great time. Evan Williams, Larceny, all the products. We are bringing the hydration courtesy of Connecticut Water, and we are bringing all the food. Thank you, Wings, etc., for that. So Matt Parks, if you know Matt Parks, you need to become, if you're not already, a friend of Matt Parks, because that's where we're going. Matt Parks, Noblesville. I'm not going to give his address because that's not good. But Matt Parks, Noblesville, coming up on Friday. It is number 1. Backyard Bourbon Broadcast number 1. Brought to you by Evan Williams coming up on Friday. Hey, by the way, too, a lot of you Indiana State folks, this is the 26th. The basketball team's having their golf outing, and I've tried to get over there for the football one in May. It never worked. But I am going to try on the 26th to get over there, not to play golf because I really don't want to play, but I would love to be a part of it and broadcast live from Terre Haute. So I'm hoping the 26th I'm going to be over in Terre Haute for that. Anything to help the alma mater, anything to help the basketball and the football programs, and we're going to try to get over there on the 26th. Wheels are in motion. So there you go. Backyard Bourbon broadcast number 1. Matt Parks, Noblesville. If you know Matt, tell him you want invited. We get 30 friends of Matt's and then us up there, and it's going to be a blast. Really will. Anything Goes is fantastic. Bonzi Wells, if you missed him. Muncie Central, Ball State, NBA. Big threes coming up this weekend. And Bonzi talked about that. He is participating in it. That's going to be at Bankers Life Fieldhouse on Sunday. You can check it out on CBS, but it is a great time. He was a fantastic conversation. I mean, everywhere. Really good. Podcast for Bonzi Wells, 1070thefan.com. Greg Rakestraw joined us earlier, too. Now, Greg's going to be a part, I think, of the television broadcast. We have it on radio here. The 3A baseball final, Edgewood and Andrean. The 2A baseball championship between Southridge and Alexandria. Now, we'll tell you this. An hour or so ago, it was pouring rain, and you really couldn't see the Salesforce Tower across Monument Circle. But since it is cleared up, and it looks like it's still a chance it could drop in, but the sun is back out now, and we shall see if this game is going to go off on time. Edgewood and Andrean coming up at the top of the hour. Southridge and Alexandria to follow right here on FM 107.5 and 1070 The Fan. Now, in case you missed any of the conversation today, Kevin O'Connor, who works and writes for the NBA, regarding the NBA, for The Ringer, dropped in a couple of Pacer nuggets. One was the Pacers had interest in moving up to number 4. Of course, that is the pick presently held by the Pelicans. And I'm not down with that. And the other was that one of the free agent targets for the Pacers would be, hold the phone here, Ricky Rubio, which I am against that too. So that's 0 for 2 for me, Kevin O'Connor, right there. Should the Pacers select Romeo Langford at 18 if he's available? We'll dive more into that coming up on tomorrow's show. Some surprises for you. Kevin Bowen's going to drop by coming up on tomorrow's show as well. But that's one of the questions we'll have for you. Deeper into the draft and deeper into the free agency period as well. Great job, Kyle. Good to see you, Joe. Laney. Good to see you over there, too. Way to go. Yell really loud. Rakestraw, Bonzi, podcast 1070thefan.com. A little high school championship baseball, top of the hour. Talk to you tomorrow at 3.
Business owners and professionals face special challenges in divorce court. In addition to everything else going on, they have to contend with allegations that they are earning more than they are, coupled with claims on their business or practice itself.
Attorney CPA Joe Cordell.
An effective defense often hinges on sophisticated strategies relating to income tax projections, business valuations, spousal support claims. Clients with assets depend on their divorce lawyer's skills in these matters, and that's why it's so important to hire someone that has those skills.
Contact the domestic litigation firm of Cordell & Cordell to schedule an appointment with one of our firm's Indianapolis area attorneys, a partner men can count on. 317-322-0122, or visit online at CordellCordell.com. That's CordellCordell.com.